You in the comfort of your own home. Call your nearest Central Barbecue location for more information on delivery and to-go options today.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hertz on AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. Now, here are your hosts, Peter and CJ.
Good morning, everyone in the world who's listening to us right now. And to all the other ones who are making the mistake of not doing so, good morning to you as well, even though I'm a little irritated. You're not listening to us. That's okay. Not a great way to start your morning, but a great way for all of you guys to start because you've made the right decision. You've started with Sports 56 Mornings on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7, or watching on the stream, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, the whole thing. You've started the right way. And God bless you for it.
Yes.
Now let's get all those other people who started the wrong way back. Let's get them on board. Let's get them on board. I'm Peter. He's CJ.
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
How are you?
I am wonderful. Oh, my gosh.
Really?
Yes.
This looks like you're on top of a building today. Is the computer laid it looks like it's it looks like it looks like you're looking down from
How about this?
Space. Oh, there we go.
Do this? Is this good?
Yeah, that's nice right there.
That's nice.
That's a new angle for all the the longtime fans. There we go. That's a
there
little
it is.
bit.
There we go.
There,
All
that's a little bit. There
Drop
we
this
go.
chair down. There it is. Bow. No, I grabbed some rag bologna and some hoop cheese this weekend. Oh yes.
God.
Oh, so good. Oh, my gosh.
Come on, man.
I hid outside in the yard and grilled me some bologna, threw on some hoop cheese. Oh, also did rotel on the grill, which was nice.
I mean, that sounds interesting for people who like rotel, of which I'm not one. So
Yeah, you don't like cheese, so
No,
I wouldn't
no,
expect you
no.
to feel me on this, but
no,
somebody
I don't
out there
feel
feels me.
I don't feel you at all on
Yes.
this. But no, I'm not. He sounds like my dad is why I do. Because he loves to fry. He'll fry up some bologna like nobody's
Yes.
business.
Oh,
yeah.
so good.
Fry bologna, grill bologna. I don't know if he's ever grilled bologna now. I don't know if he's ever done that.
Get it thick cut. Slap that joker on the grill.
Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, Central does an amazing smoked bologna.
Oh, they smoke it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I think I'm at the point in my young grilling career where I'm ready to tackle some more intricate things, smoking and ribs. So I don't know when
Okay. I like your ambition. I'm not sure you're going to be able to do it. I'll be honest with you.
If it's bad, guess what? Nobody eat it but me. I'm not grilling for people. I'm not saying we got to that point yet. I'm saying that I can.
But what about your lovely wife? I mean, she's got to eat.
She does. She took care of herself as far as that goes.
What was her plan? What was her philosophy on the bologna and hoop cheese experiment?
She hates when I get bologna and hoop cheese. I can get it. I can sneak it like 2 times, maybe 3 times a year, and she just lets me have it the whole time. It is, oh my gosh, I can't believe you eating that hoop cheese. For those of you who don't know what hoop cheese, the best way I could describe it is like a mix of like government cheese and a really sharp Wisconsin cheddar, and it just pit that together. Oh, it tastes so good, but she's like, oh, you're going to clog your arteries, and you know what's in bologna. You know you don't know what's in bologna because nobody knows what's in bologna. Like, why are you eating that? I'm going to be old at like 85, 86, and you're going to die at 50 because you're eating all of this. So, like I said, I was able to do it because I hid out in the backyard. Also, I don't know if you know this or not, but it is definitely summertime. It is 2-shower, powder up time. And it's not summertime until you got to take 2 showers and powder up. Like, it's wild out there. Oh,
it's
so muggy. Alligator swimming in my backside.
Went to the pool. That was a pool day.
Nice.
Pool day. That's you got to be outside for the. You got to be in a pool if you're going to be outside for any length of time today. In the next 2 months, basically. At this point, now I mean, there's no You're doing any kind of yard. Like I went out to do yard work early. It's one of those. This is the weekend where you wake up. You start waking up at like 6 a.m. to do yard work because it's the only time it's moderately might be moderately okay, maybe. And so that's what I did. And I was just soaked in sweat after about 30 minutes of anything. Like I'm just a disaster, and I gotta shower up in the morning and then go. It's a whole thing, and basically you're showering multiple times before you even start the day. And then you're going out and it's too much. It's too much. I've told you, man. I have a lower tolerance for humidity than you do. And so if you think it's humid, then I think it's just miserable.
I went for a bike ride.
Miserable.
You bring up getting up at doing yard work early in the morning. I went on a bike ride Saturday, first time in like a week and a half. I was like, yo, let's get back on this thing. Let's get back active. And did a quick hour, did a slow 7-miler, and came back and just had to show my wife, like, look, this shirt has changed colors on your boy. It was white. It is gray right now. Yes. Everywhere. This is terrible. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the humidity is awful. And
it's just taking that shirt off is just it just makes a noise. And I don't know about you, but I get that nipple chafe on the sweat. That's just a real problem. It's a real issue.
Put some Band-Aids on that, man.
Yeah, I gotta do something. I don't know. It doesn't. It's just the sweat gets it's a disaster. Then it just hurts. I think they call that runner's nipple. It's bad. It's a bad deal.
Oh, it is. I know it took the shirt off, went and got in the shower. I know it left a puddle. Like got out the shower. I was like, oh my gosh, that is. Because then you're gonna
moisture. Yeah. It's just, and then it's just gonna stink, and it's that's just
so bad.
What a disaster. This I don't know. Memphis in the summer is not my jam at all. And I don't know how people do stuff outside. I don't know why. All you people out there that do stuff outside, have outside gatherings, I can't. My family used to do. We do the 4th of July family reunions, and outside, and like what are outside really? You just set up these tables. And you got all the food. Everybody's got all various potato salads and chickens, and you got 10 different types of fried chicken. You got every kind of all the normal beans and slaw and et cetera, and all this stuff that you normally have for cookouts and family reunions and stuff. Flies just everywhere.
Flies. Can we talk about them?
Flies just all over everything, constantly. Disaster.
67129. Tell me what to do to get rid of these flies, man. Because I step out in the yard, and they're not there, and the second I bring the food out, bow, billions of them just flying around, just bothering the hell out of me.
You gotta use this. There's a fly spray that you can use.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
All right.
Somebody showed me it was for like farms with like horses. They get sort of like horse flies.
Okay.
But it's I don't know. I had to get it like some specialty store. I forget where I even got it, but it was good. It was useful. It definitely worked. Sprayed it around and it definitely worked. Keep the air moving. Fans, things that make it harder for them to fly into the mix. I don't know. I don't know. They're everywhere though. I just remember going to these we have these reunions, flies be everywhere. It's just hot. There's you're in the middle of the field with tables set up. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on.
No shade.
No, I mean, like, they had some tree. It was at my aunt's house, so she had some like tree areas that were shady, but not that much. And it was just miserable. What are we doing? Come on, people.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
I don't know. The backyard. You've seen the backyard. It is.
I've seen
covered in shade. So.
Yeah, you got a shady area. That's not so bad.
Still, you're good to go. You're fine.
But the air's got to be moving, though.
Right.
The air's got to be moving. That's the key. Got to get this air moving.
Yes. Okay.
Come on, everybody. Now, today on the show, we got a lot to get to. We got a lot from the weekend to discuss, including the NBA schedule, which drooped, according to our friend on the.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. It drooped.
No. Yes.
Oh, Zachary. He's the best. He's the best, folks.
He's handling it, man.
The drooping schedule. Schedule's drooping. So we'll have to figure out why it's drooping. And then we'll fix it. Hopefully we'll just prop it back up, and then we'll figure out what it said for the Grizzlies, that droopy schedule. And then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about one player who's still dealing with some of the aftermath of having had COVID-19. Another player who's decided that he's not going to play. We've got some return to action of one soccer league and another one that's facing some significant challenges. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk about the signing of the summer. Cameron Newton.
Hell yeah.
Heading over to the Patriots for a incentive-laden $7.5 million deal, potentially. Potentially could be 7.5.
Okay.
Could be. We'll see. But very interesting deal. No question about that. We'll talk about we'll talk about the white bread Tony Montana at his house with a AK out here. We'll talk about how things are weird out in the world right about now, in proper gun safety, which was not displayed right there. And we'll have the Ballad of the Mad Dogs as the return of sports radio theater upon us, which I'm excited about.
You got a role in this.
I'm excited. I know.
A prominent role.
Next week, I'm hoping for the Ballad of the Droopy Schedule.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get that going.
Work on that. Get the writers on that.
But in the meantime, speaking of writing, we have to welcome in the writer of some of the greatest tweets ever.
His Majesty. I think he's got to stand when he's
That's right.
My liege. He's here.
Oh!
He's here. He don't drink beer. And if you ask him to spell correctly, he says, get out of here.
Oh, he spends his off-season hooping, and he loves his schedules drooping.
Okay.
The Baron of not sharing. Come on.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
I was giving you a second. I was just giving you a second to regroup here. The Baron of not sharing.
Yes.
The king of somebody else's bling. The Duke of the Cucumber. That's him. The Prince of Whitehaven.
Enemy of dictionaries everywhere.
Enemy. Oh, dictionaries hate him. The ladies love him. The dictionaries hate him.
No. My man don't spell well. And if you ask him to, he says, no, I don't give a hell.
He's the ladies' pet and Webster's regret.
Text line. Ain't got time for the honeys. They be draining all of his monies. Thank you, Tim.
Yep, that's right. Scrooge McDuck, who doesn't give a luck.
Especially when it comes to spelling.
That's right. That's specifically. He's the best. I mean, he's incredible.
You think he'd figure out this spelling game, but he certainly hasn't, and he'll misspell your name. I'm waiting for the day CJ is misspelled. That is going to do it. We will reach peak Zach when
JC Hurt. CJ Hort.
Hurt with an I?
Hirt. Yes, Hirt. That's right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only Similac Zach, a one-man walking thesaurus of words that do not exist. Zachary Boyd. Good morning, Zach.
What's going on, guys?
How's that droopy schedule?
Look, I feel like I feel like my phone is against me because it like this never happens when I'm at home. This never happens.
Never.
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 Not once.
Not once.
This
But,
is some real bad luck.
But for some strange reason,
Every day at this time.
at this time, in this point of the day, at this time of day, it wants to act up. Which I don't blame it. It's still kind of early in the morning, but we're here now. We're up. We're ready to go.
Well, we are here and up, but are we ready to go?
I am. I'm not sure about my phone.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So,
Always tomorrow, Zach. You'll get them.
Yeah, there's always a tomorrow.
there is. Can you spell tomorrow?
Yes, TOMORROW.
Hey. See?
All right.
Maybe it is the phone.
All right.
Maybe it is the phone. What would your phone spell that as?
Tomato or something like that. I don't know.
Makes sense.
There's always a tomato.
On Tomatoes Show.
This is fantastic. Okay. Zach, thank you already for your enormous contributions to the show. You'll be part of the Ballad of the Mad Dogs Sports Radio Theater that continues today. We have a special playlist today by chance?
Yes, it is Kari's playlist.
Kari Thompson on the aux today. Monday, we like to try to bring in a special playlist, and of course, you can be part of it too if you want to get your playlist into 56playlist@gmail.com, 56playlist@gmail.com. And get that playlist in so that we can we can share it with everybody. But Kari, I know he's got a lot to live up to with Jarvo last week.
Yeah, we've done.
Jarvo Monday was a resounding
Jarvo's,
success.
I didn't get a chance to text Jarvis. I don't text after a certain time. But Jarvo sent me some more Boney James. He's like, hey, your boy Boney got some stuff. Grab the missus and y'all do a little two-step. Jarvo, if you're listening, I got you, homie. We'll get on that today after my second shower. You know what I'm saying? Boney
James. Boney James. I listened to that Kenny Lattimore. That was nice.
I'm saying.
That was nice.
Boney out here getting it. I didn't know Kenny Lattimore still had it in him.
I didn't either.
Man.
It's a song just about good old regular just love. Issues of not like any weird, nothing, just a good old love.
Regular basic love.
Just
regular
love.
love.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Need those songs.
We need regular love songs.
Don't set some of these love songs, man, set the bar so damn high.
Well, it's just
Like,
love songs. We've talked. I don't know if we talked about this on the show, but I've talked about this before with my wife and I. We talked about this. Like, love songs in general are not healthy. They're not healthy expressions of love. When people talk about, I would die for you, I would do this for you, there's like a codependence that's unhealthy. You either want to just destroy someone and kill them because they wronged you, or you are just so passionately enmeshed with them that you cannot conceive of a world without them. These are not healthy emotions. And Boney James, Kenny Lattimore is just a good old I really like you, and I think with this, I love you, I love spending time with you. That's just real. We don't need to put this bizarro, crazy, over the top nonsense on it. No, just be real. That was good.
I mean, like I get hyperbole. I get speaking in metaphor. Monica's, I'll cross the ocean for you. I'll go and bring you the moon. I know Monica can't do those things, but that is a song about regular love. Just taking the metaphor out there and really being hyperbolic with it. And I think at times with these love songs, we take the metaphor and the hyperbole too damn far. And it is, darling, I will jump on a grenade for you, throw myself in the train. Yeah. Like, no, wait, Bruno, my God. You okay? You sound like you want to, do some bad stuff because of this. Like, no, that's not healthy. Yeah. Hyperbole, great. When it starts to leave that realm, it makes people uncomfortable. And I see why she left you. I see why she's not trying to deal with you, or he's not trying to deal with you now, because you're a crazy person. Kenny Lattimore, Boney James, just regular love. It's good.
Just regular love.
It's good.
Regular love, regular love. That's my song. Just a regular love, appropriate amount of love to share.
I'll do the dishes, won't grant you no wishes, because I'm not a genie and I'm not magic, but
I really, really love you and enjoy spending time with you. That does not necessarily mean that I would, murder several people for you or anything like that. That's a little too far.
No, we're not doing that.
But please don't take that as a symbol that I don't love you, because I do. An appropriate amount. That's my album title, is An Appropriate Amount of Love.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I look forward to hearing that.
Not codependent.
Track
colon
one.
An appropriate amount of love. That's what we're going for here. Grown up love. And I'm gonna get Boney James on my album as well.
Okay. Oh, nice. Do a little two blue-eyed souls.
Two blue-eyed souls.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I got hazel eyes, but that's all right.
But that's okay.
We'll allow that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what a crazy, as we mentioned, what a crazy weekend it was. History made, CJ. The Mississippi legislature is voting to change that flag. Really, you got to give Kylan Hill a lot of credit for I think really kicking this thing into a different level. But then all of the players who really made this clear that this was massively important and was not negotiable, and it had to be done. All the coaches then who got behind the players and went and lobbied and went down to the legislature last week. All that stuff led to a climate where it was just overwhelming, and it was 85-34 in favor of removing it, which is was something that just was not even a few years ago was like, no, this ain't going to happen. No, there's not enough support for it. We are seeing some pretty seismic shifts in this whole thing. The SEC had said they weren't going to have any events. NCAA had said they weren't going to have any events. Like, they put a lot of pressure on the legislature, but there was still some question until a couple weeks ago as to whether this would actually happen or not. Thankfully, it will happen. There will be a new flag, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, same here. It is wild. Of all of the 2020 has been a year full of turmoil, and we just got to the halfway point. But if you had told me December 31st, 2019, hey, NASCAR is going to ban the Confederate flag, and Mississippi is going to take that Confederate flag emblem out of their state flag, as well as other lawmakers across the nation are going to pass bills to take Confederate statues down. I'd be like, get out of here. 2020 is going to be my year, baby. 2020 is going to be great. Just leave out the other stuff. This is huge, man. This is something that I figured would happen eventually, but not like this. Not because of others lending their voice to this particular issue. Not because of some of the higher profile coaches in the state lending their voices. Not because of, and those coaches being white also. Mm-hmm. Like, that matters. Mm-hmm. This is why you say it, and others have said it also. It's not enough to you've got to be anti-racist. You can't just not be racist. You got to actively work to create an environment that is not racist, that does not have symbols of white supremacy. You have to actively work for that. And while we as black people can agitate, can speak up for ourselves, our voice only goes so far. There are people who just won't listen to us, that will listen to the exact same thing being said by a white person. And this is huge. I never thought I'd see white coaches standing on Capitol Hill in Mississippi asking for the Confederate emblem to be removed from the state flag. But they did it, and they got the job done. This is huge. This is remarkable, man. Big applaud, big ups to everybody who participated in that fight. Not just Kylan Hill or the coaches that went up there last week, but this fight has been going on for a long time.
Absolutely.
It has been. Everybody from the very beginning who pointed out the fact that this is racist. This is you're not welcoming. You're trying to use this flag as a reminder of where black people once were and where you think they should still be. About this is a symbol that is very much ingrained in white supremacist ideology. If it wasn't ingrained in white supremacist ideology, why would members of the Ku Klux Klan fly it so proudly? Like, why would they use that to try and intimidate black people? So this is huge. This has been an argument going on and a fight that's been going on for a long, long time. I'm glad that it's finally coming down, and thank you to everybody involved, the people who were fighting in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, the early 2010s, all the way up till now. Thank you for your efforts, man. You finally did it.
It's a big accomplishment, and it's a really important moment for Mississippi and for the South. It's a big deal. Let's keep working. Let's keep it moving. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Don't settle. Keep pushing. Now, when we return, we're going to talk a little bit about the Cam Newton situation. We're going to talk about an uncomfortable situation for Ja Morant this weekend. Did you see the trouble that Ja got himself into with the little social media?
I missed that.
It's tricky times. You know, you got to walking the fine line of trying to make a point the right way. It can be tough, especially when you're 20 on social media. And I think the Ja found that out a little bit over the weekend. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the situation in the NBA gets closer. We've got one more opting out of the bubble, and one more who's discussing long-term effects of COVID. We got Sports Radio Theater. We got Kari's Playlist. We got a busy Monday here as we continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
R&R on Sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1. Don't miss us.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey everybody, are we ready for some hot fun this summertime? Cause I'm out here in Olive Branch looking at all these new All-Star Chevy trucks. You've got more new Silverados out here than you'll find anywhere, and for a lot less. Some still have 0 interest for 84 months with GM financing or thousands in cash back for summer. If it's a new Chevy you want, Olive Branch is where you want to be. Come drive one of the new Blazers or Suburbans, or just drive both. You can fall in love with more than one. Finance with GM and you could be payment free all summer. And everybody at All-Star Chevy is excited about their pre-owned Chevy collection. It's huge. I'm looking at Tahoes, Malibus, Impalas, Suburbans. They have everything the new ones have, warranties and all, just thousands less. Remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Mount Moriah or Collierville. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. And everyone at All-Star Chevy has one job: to make sure you get the best deal, have more fun, and in record time. So find new roads to Kraft Goodman Road in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com.
The Home Depot is cooking up new ways to start summer here and bring summer home. From online ordering to free delivery and convenient store pickup, we're helping make sure taking care of your summer projects is a breeze. And summer savings on all your favorite brands make things even easier. So freshen up the deck, fire up the grill. Summer's here, and it's as close as your own backyard. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Flashy, everything on your mind, just ask me. I know my related to the Wasky, Wabbit, carrots all in it, jazzy, it's a habit. Where's my cash? Outside I got a Benz and Jag, both sitting on chrome mags. Is you down for getting dirty with a get it boy? All I need is
did Dakari
just to hit it, boy.
Give any any notes, any playlist
we should
notes?
Be hearing from Kari at 9:30, shouldn't we?
Possibly. He didn't say he was going to join to talk about it, but I can hit him up.
He didn't say he was going to join, but
possibly hit him up.
He might.
Yeah,
okay.
I hit him.
I know he's busy. He's busy. I know.
It's been a while since we had a guest that may or may not be joining us on the show. Feels like today is a good day.
I know. We've been remarkably professional.
Surprisingly so.
I know. Shockingly professional over here.
Who is that, Zach?
This is Chingy.
I thought it was Chingaling, equipped with much Chingy.
I haven't heard Chingy in a long time.
Why does Kari
from the Holiday Inn? Holiday Inn is a lot that's.
He's from Boston. I didn't think
cold
people
chilling
outside of
at
like
the Holiday Inn.
Who you with me and my peeps want you to bring forward your friends, feel on each other and sip on some like why is that a song?
I don't. Why is that? Why is Chingy his guy?
Why
I don't know.
I like it so much though.
So I have questions about that.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, again, I don't think I've ever heard anyone in the last 10 years, 8 years, maybe say, "Man, I love Chingy. He's my favorite." He's my favorite artist.
You know who's a good rapper from back in the day who doesn't get enough credit? No, who? Chingy. Chingy?
Chingy. What?
Are you kidding?
All right, I guess so. Okay.
Yeah, sure, cool.
All right, that's
I mean,
fine.
he had that song with the brother from Smart Guy, which was really good, too. One call away.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm not against Chingy.
No.
It's just
Chingy just falls by the wayside. He was one of those, like, era rappers from like a very specific time, sort of like Waka Flocka. Like I enjoy Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka knows he's bad though. He has said as much.
He admitted it.
I looked around and was like, no, I'm not as good as these dudes. I need to find another way to make money and get out of this. Like okay, but for what he was at that time, what is that? 2010, 2012 was the Waka Flocka era. Like Waka Flocka was great. Waka Flocka come out, do a couple of music festivals.
Oh yeah,
we good.
He's fun. It was a fun rap.
Speaking of Waka Flocka, have I showed you the Shot Bus Shawty video?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that I can't talk about Waka without that video coming up.
Yeah, I think about it as well.
Yes.
All right. So, wasn't it inevitable, CJ and Zach? Wasn't it inevitable that Cam Newton would end up with the Patriots? The way this whole offseason kind of played out, the way everything the way things were, the fact that there really wasn't any other possibility for a starting job out there. In New England is sitting there with Jarrett Stidham potentially as their starter, but maybe with respect to Jarrett Stidham. You got Cam Newton possibility. I think Cam would see that as an opportunity to win that job, and I think the Patriots would be perfectly happy with that. An incentive-laden contract. It's a minimum. It's a deal for the league minimum, but the incentives could take it up to $7.5 million, which is still a remarkable value for a quarterback. Again, we're in a world where Chase Daniel is making more than Jameis Winston and Cam Newton combined. Mm-hmm. We're in a world where Kirk Cousins is on a fully guaranteed $25+ million deal and all that. So $7.5 million incentive laden for Cam Newton is a nothing, is a pittance in this world. And Newton, for all of his potential issues, is he healthy? That's a great question. I don't know. Is he going to be able to fit into what Bill Belichick wants to do? We'll see, but Belichick has always had fondness for him. Cam Newton's had a great record against Bill Belichick for whatever reason, and he opens up a whole different way of play, and potentially for the Patriots, his ability to get out there, break tackles, be big, move around a little bit more than Tom Brady ever could. Can sling that them hash browns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. This is one of those annoying Patriots moves that makes a lot of sense and is probably going to work really well.
At 31, with the hits that Cam Newton has taken, hits that would get players kicked out of the game if they would hit other quarterbacks that way. I'm not sure what his body is. I'm not sure physically what Cam Newton can do. Cam Newton, part of what makes Cam so dynamic is his ability to not only extend plays, but to make plays with his legs. And if you've got a quarterback like a Cam Newton, or like Josh Allen up in Buffalo, Lamar Jackson, another one, Aaron Rodgers early in his career, Ben Roethlisberger early in his career, Steve Young,
back in the day,
Steve McNair. If you've got players who can make
Fran
plays,
Tarkenton.
I mean, if they can run for first downs on
George
third and
Blanda.
long, could George Blanda run?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I'm just going farther and farther back. I'm just seeing how far back we can go. Galloping Red Grange.
He's got Galloping in his name, so you know he can run.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't a quarterback.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No, Sam, I'm correct. If he could run, he doesn't have to be a quarterback. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that means that you can't play man-to-man. And so if a quarterback knows what type of defense you've got to play him as, like, it makes reading defenses easier. There's no confusion. If you do make the mistake of playing man-to-man and you've got everybody running with their backs turned and somebody loses the containment, which happens, or quarterback's able to slide up in the pocket and find a hole, which also happens, and if third down is 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, quarterback can run and get that. And if Cam is 75% of what he was, like, age matters. Hits matter. If he's 75% of what he once was, like, that's huge. That is a steal because he's still a threat. He's still dangerous in the NFL. I'm just not sure if he's that, though. I don't think Cam Newton is that. I think Cam's body is done. So we'll see. I wish them, I guess, good luck. I know we're all tired of the Patriots being good, but this is one of those moves, like you said. Like, this is a typical Patriots move where nobody wants this dude. They see something in him, and they might be able to make it work. Belichick, one of the things I really like about him, and one of the things that really make him a good coach, one of the best NFL coaches of all time, one of the best coaches in sports, period, is the fact that he caters to the players from a scheme standpoint. Mm-hmm. So I think you give Belichick any collection of players, he'll find a system that fits them. So with Cam Newton coming in, the system will change to fit Cam and what Cam can do and stay away from things that Cam can't do. Belichick is that type of a coach. And so I think that if Cam is healthy, if his body hasn't completely failed him, this is going to be a really good move for the Patriots.
Well, I think at the very least, it's going to be the Patriots. If they're good, they're going to be good differently than they have been good, which is, that's one of the things that's so boring about the Patriots of late. It's just same Tom Brady, a little short passing, and all these little, whatever. It's like it's just the same stuff. This will be different, so I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm okay with at least it looking a little bit differently. It'll be a different challenge completely for Belichick. I agree with you that he tends to be able to mold and change. I mean, you look at what he's done with a bunch of mediocre, maybe good to mediocre wide receivers for the most part, and really same level of tailbacks, and he's made them, special in various forms. Your Danny Woodheads of the world are not going to be great in every system, but they'll be. They work out really well with the Patriots. And they've rolled the dice on players before, and sometimes it's worked. And sometimes it hasn't.
Chad Ochocinco
did not work, but Randy Moss was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Dillon was effective for them after a little bit of time. Like you've had those moments that it's worked, and you've had the ones that it doesn't. Albert Hainsworth, that didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not afraid to try it. This one, I think, less so because of disciplinary issues and any of that stuff. That's not the issue with Cam. It's more about the body, as you said, and that's something that's not. I mean, there's only so much you can do. I mean, if your body is broken down, it's broken down. You can post all the videos you want in the weight room. You can post all the videos of, you getting after it in the middle of the gym. But if your body's broken down and you get out there and you compete and you get hit. I mean, he took a lot of punishment, man. I'm not, Cam's had, I blow hot and cold on Cam. There's parts of Cam's game that annoy me, but he has taken an incredible amount of punishment. I mean, an incredible amount of punishment, and has continued to get up and continue to do his thing. So if he's got anything left, I think it's going to be a very shrewd and very interesting signing. If he doesn't, then, it's not going to cost him a whole lot, and there you go. But if he wanted a chance to have a starting job, CJ, this was pretty much the only spot in the league where he's got a chance.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I thought initially when it all played out before the musical chairs of quarterbacks moving across the league, before all of that happened, and we got Brady in Tampa Bay and you got Rivers going to Indianapolis, like everybody was looking for their quarterbacks. I thought it made sense for him to be in San Diego. I thought that's where, nobody's in San Diego. Thought it made sense for him to be. It made sense for him to
be in San Diego, just waiting, just hanging out. I agree.
I thought it made sense for him to be in L.A. with the
Padres and the Padres
system.
The Padres
are there and the Padres. Mm-hmm. No, I thought are the Clippers in San Diego? No, they moved also. Okay, never mind. I thought it made sense for him to be in L.A. with the Chargers and with the L.A. San Diego Chargers. I thought that made sense. They got big receivers, big tight ends. When Cam misses, not the most accurate quarterback, but Cam's misses are high. And so if you got big, tall receivers who can go up and get the ball, and the Chargers do, I thought that could help Cam out some. The Patriots do not. I hadn't seen N'Keal Harry. I know that they think he's going to be pretty good, pretty special. But, like, that, it's him, and I'm not sure how big he is, and that's it. Like, this is a receiving core that is set up for a different type of quarterback than Cam Newton, a dink and duck type quarterback. And so Cam wants to just drop back and throw bombs on him. And if you don't have the receivers or the playmakers to be able to go out there and run under those balls or elevate up and get those balls when he misses a little high, it's going to make Cam more inaccurate. Mm-hmm. And that could be an issue as well. But I look forward to seeing how they decide to use Cam Newton.
That's it's the Patriot way, man. Just anyway. But I really think the Patriots, the way that the deal is structured, there's really not much that could go wrong on their end. I mean, worst case scenario, if they have to cut him or something, if it's just an absolute disaster, then they don't lose much money. It's a minimum deal. If it works out, it's a 1-year deal, so he'll be a free agent, and he's sort of betting on himself here that he's going to get the opportunity to play and play well. And the market right now for quarterbacks, there's just nothing there for him. Mm-hmm. But next year it'll be different, and so he comes back into the free agent market next year with a resume, and he's got this Patriots gloss on him and all that stuff, and he goes out there and gets himself a deal at 32. Maybe that works out for him. So that's kind of his play on this whole thing. We'll see, but it's I like it, and I like the fact that it's an intriguing move for the NFL. I like that fact, and maybe we'll get an NFL season to see it. Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Let's hope so. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about that aspect of things. The season, trying to get some of these seasons done. We'll figure all of that out to get a look at the Grizzlies' schedule and a rough time for Ja Morant. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in some of the other leagues that have restarted too. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Fiveash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Fiveash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Family Leisure's here to make staying at home more enjoyable for you and your family this summer. Complete pool packages starting at $15.99. 24-foot pools only $19.99. 4-person spas starting at $19.99. Swim spas starting at under $10,000. We are offering contactless purchasing, deliveries, and curbside pickup. Give us a call to schedule an appointment or to place an order. Stay safe with Family Leisure.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
One shot, a couple of them down. Yeah. Belvedere in the rear of the club, pulled up on dubs, and we about to go and buy the bar up. So for sure we ain't playing, hang with no lames, walk insane. Hey, where the party at? Girls is on the way with a Bacardi at. Yes, we do. Models and models talking all of that.
No, I can't forget about my love. So, I feel like Kari's playlist already is of a certain moment in time.
Yeah,
it
very much
it's
is. It's good, though. It's good to get
it's
that
good.
moment.
This takes me back to 10, like about 10, 15 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood.
15, yeah.
Because
Nelly was hot. Nelly was on it. Jagged Edge was hot.
Yeah, Jagged
Nelly
Edge.
was hot.
Yeah.
106 in Park was still on. This song ran 106 in Park, so it had to be like 04, 05 when this
This is basically like one episode of 106. This is what Kari just recorded a couple episodes and just playing those back.
The 106 in Park playlist.
Which is fine. I like I said, it takes me back to that moment. I can drive around the car, listen to that. I can put myself in Chingy, and I can totally get there. Okay, so good stuff. Kari Thompson is our DJ today.
That's a really good summer song, also.
Oh,
like that's
great.
a summertime banger.
Absolutely, you get the party getting going. That's one I can see myself walking to the table, grabbing some wings, kind of like while I listen to that song, maybe grab a drink out of the cooler. I can definitely
somebody playing in the water in the background.
Mm-hmm. I can visually kind of put myself in that moment. That's a happy moment. It's a happy feeling for me. 26 more COVID cases for the MLS. Major League Soccer, 26 cases. However, they've tested 668 players, so their positive test rate is a little under 3%, which is quite good compared to the NBA's at about 5.3%, according to their numbers. And they've been in training kind of for the last couple weeks. For the most part, some teams are in jurisdictions where you could have different types of restrictions on your training. So not everyone's the exact same on this, but for the most part, they're in the bubble as well. You know, they're in the Orlando bubble as well. They're in Orange County and Osceola County. The NBA will be in Orange County soon enough, although the Raptors are already down in I forget what county they're in, but they're at Florida Gulf Coast University right now. Okay. For a couple weeks. So whatever county that's there, they're already there. They've been there for about 5 days doing all the social distancing and all the protocols and bubble and stuff and all that. But this is where it's going to be. So Florida is a disaster right now in terms of the statewide. It's awful. Over the past 5 days in Osceola County, that's where the Wide World of Sports complex is located. That's where MLS will be and where the actual games will be for the NBA. Over the weekend, positive test rate over the last 5 days has been around 15 to 20%, with a high end of 23% on one of those days. You want to get that around 5% is what they thought, and we're significantly higher than that. Florida's got thousands of cases per day that are being announced, and a positivity rate, close to 20%. I don't know if there's an answer, CJ. So far, the Raptors have been happy with how things have gone, and they've had no issues to speak of. But if you have enough of a community spread problem, and these mask ordinances, we'll see. Florida took the steps of shutting down the bars, shutting down alcohol sales actually at the bars. They didn't shut down the bars. They shut down alcohol sales at the bars, which will shut down bars quick enough. But, yeah, if you get enough community spread, this is going to be a real issue, even keeping the very tight NBA kind of bubble-ish thing that they're working on. It's going to be an issue for that. Some of that stuff's going to have to sneak through. They got employees that are sliding in and out. I don't know. At some point, the NBA is going to have to be very worried about this.
Yeah, and that's Florida's hovering around 1 in 5 people. Every 1 in 5 is testing positive. Arizona, their 7-day has been like 23 average. So they're hovering right around 1 in 4 people testing positive. Infection rates are going up, and that should matter. You told us you were going to be data driven, and this is the data, man. That should make you say, you know what, we may need to take another look at things. When we said what we said, we had a different set of numbers, and we had a different sort of trajectory on what the infection rate was and how many people were coming down with it, and the overall spread. It was looking like it was going to be different than this right here. Nobody signed up for this. Nobody signed up to go down into the heart of the pandemic in this, or one of the hearts of the pandemic in this country. What does this mean for MLB? Because everybody seems to say, okay, Florida's cool. We can hit a bubble in Florida, and MLB wants at least 2 cities. So it was looking like the MLB was going to be Florida and Arizona. But those 2 states right there, maybe Texas also, but those 3 states right there, the rate of infection is so high and the case count is so high, you're pitting a different sort of risk on everybody involved. But again, it's going to happen because the money that is to be lost for both sides, players and owners, is so high that you don't want to do it. You don't want to take those types of pay cuts. So people will play. It'll happen, but it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel safe.
Well, it doesn't feel safe for Wilson Chandler. He has informed the Nets that he is opting out of playing. He cited spending more time with his family, particularly his grandmother and his 3 children, as the primary reason for sitting out. So he is not going to play. And he was suspended for the first 25 games of the season after testing positive for a banned substance. He was not an integral part of the Nets, and the Nets are not an integral part of the situation, but nonetheless, he is electing to sit out, joining Trevor Ariza, Davis Bertans, Avery Bradley. Willie Cauley-Stein is not going to play as well for the Mavericks. So a handful of guys are opting out for various reasons. He is one of them. Teams will begin arriving in Orlando July 7th. 7th, 8th, and 9th, they're staggering out. The Grizzlies will arrive on the 8th of July, and that's not too far away. Basically 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. Actually, what am I, about a week and a half. It's the 29th now? Jeez, man. I don't know what day it is anymore, honestly. It's
flies.
A Monday. I know it's a Monday. I do know that.
Time flies when you're in the midst of a pandemic, man.
This
has been the longest, shortest year ever.
Yes, the variable nature of time has been on display. There have been days when there have been days that have felt like months, and there have been months that have felt like days. It's very, Very strange indeed. Hour number 2 on the way. We got Sports Talk Theater coming up in hour number 2. We're going to spin the wheel of conversation. We're going to talk about John Morant's weekend of interesting stuff. Let's put it that way. We're going to check out the NBA schedule that's drooped over the weekend, too. All of that as we continue.
Maybe Kari? Who knows?
He's coming on.
He's coming on? Hour number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
at
9:30. I'm just talking about hour number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I got you.
We got 1 hour at a time, baby. 1 hour at a time. Come on, man. We're in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Frontier Western Store is open and ready to serve you for all your needs in boots, apparel, pet food, and more. Frontier is proud to be a local leader here in the Mid-South when it comes to boots. Stop by the store today for an incredible selection of name brand work and dress boots. Come browse aisles and aisles of top quality boots at everyday low prices in our world famous boot showroom. Dan Post, Rocky, Durango, Twisted X, Georgia, Ariat, and many more. There are so many styles, colors, and fits available, you might need a hand picking out your favorites. Luckily, Frontier's knowledgeable sales staff will cheerfully assist you with any questions you have and ensure the proper fit of your new boots. Frontier also has an amazing selection of jeans and shirts by Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt, as well as a fully stocked women's boutique department with thousands of tops and dresses at unbelievable prices. New arrivals often. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Gilman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Folks, Bob Burke coming for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. Lots of vehicles to choose from at Sunrise. Trucks, SUVs, late model used cars, and cars under $10,000. Rebates up to $6,500. Interest rates low as 0% and immediate financing available. Come on in, call, or go online to sunrisememphis.com. You can schedule an appointment, select your vehicle, appraise your trade-in, arrange financing and delivery. We'll deliver right to your doorstep. All cars disinfected and ready to go. Need service or body work? Bring it to Sunrise or go online to schedule an appointment. Sunrise, Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Good news. Southland Casino is now back open. That's right. The most spacious casino floor in the Mid-South is ready to welcome you back to the action with live blackjack, roulette, craps, and all your favorite slots. The action kicks off every day at 9 a.m. and rolls all the way till 5 o'clock the next morning. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make the short drive to Southland. We're ready for you. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Start your day at Sunrise Memphis. Located in Midtown, enjoy delicious biscuit sandwiches and all their menu has to offer with quick and easy to-go and delivery options. Whether it's breakfast, brunch, or lunch, don't distance yourself from great food. For more information on Sunrise Memphis, visit sunrise901.com or call 901-552-3144 to place your order. Stay healthy and eat Sunrise Memphis today.
Glad to announce the Rendezvous open for business 11A to 8P Tuesday through Saturday. World famous Rendezvous up and running. If you need some barbecue nachos, brisket, ribs, maybe a cheese and sausage plate, the Rendezvous back and open for dine-in, carry-out, and curbside. While not much changes in the alley basement, you will see a few small differences and additions. For now, open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. And they have desserts. Think key lime pie tarts, chocolate chess pie tarts. Spend some time downtown and visit our friends at the Rendezvous in the alley in downtown Memphis since 1948. All of the Vergas family thanks Memphis and the Mid-South so very much for your support during these times, and they're there for you, as always, in the alley in downtown Memphis. Mr. Charlie Vergos and family's famous restaurant, The Rendezvous.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Are we sure this isn't CJ's?
Hey!
Searching far and wide. The Pokemon. The power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch. It's you and me. You know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Gotta catch 'em all.
Our so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon.
Yeah.
Listen to this breakdown right here.
Oh yeah. Then they just kind of yeah. And then here comes the
This is a full one.
This is the full version.
This is the
yeah.
full
Yeah.
version.
Normally the show would be starting right about now, but no. All right. So
I'm
Kari.
surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't do the Poke Rap. Like
which Poke Rap? It's like 20.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Yeah, there's so many of them.
It's only what?
Do you want the full Poke Rap where they say all of the Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Pokemon. Wow. Okay.
It's a banger, man.
It is.
If I want to have a different sort of a ride into work, I have a different sort of mix, and this is on there. SpongeBob Best Day Ever is on there. Also, a couple of other just fun tracks. Get on there. You can wake up. That is a motivating ass song. That motivates me in the morning. Like, that gets me going. We should have led with that one, man.
All right, so that Kari's got a very unique playlist working. It's very unique. Gotta tell you,
If we just played this playlist and said, "Hey, tell me the age of the person that made this," somewhere between 24 and 27.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
you can pretty much
date,
you can
date
pretty much
Kari on this.
figure this thing out. It is hour number 2 of Sports 56 Mornings. I'm Peter. He is CJ. That is Zach, our friend Similac Zach, the deacon of the dollar, Baron of Not Sharon, over on the ones and twos today, playing Kari's playlist. Kari Thompson, the Commercial Appeal, bringing us the playlist of a very unique variety. Today, every Monday, we like to bring in a special playlist from a guest. Kari will join us to talk about his playlist and what's going on in hour number 3. But this is hour number 2. So, start hour number 2. Did you see the whitest Tony Montana in the world in St. Louis area?
I saw that. I saw those shenanigans.
What
Just
I mean,
I don't know why they stopped. I get you need, because things happen, and so you need video of things happening to make sure everybody is kept safe. But just keep going. Like, what are you doing? Why are you coming out? You don't know how to hold it. Your wife
my man's pointing he's pointing an AR-15 at his wife. First of all, he comes out of here holding it like he's got it right at his wife.
Right
so,
here, just right in her chin.
Yeah, like
What are
he's
you
about
doing?
to just blast her. Well, that doesn't seem like a good. She's got a couple of guns, it looks like, but one of them, she got a pistol. She's sort of brandishing, like you're. I saw somebody compare it basically like you're watering your yard. She's sort of brandishing it in this sort of. You got the hose out and you're kind of doing this. She's got an eagle-eyed viewer notices that she's got a mustard stain on her shirt. So she was down in a hot dog apparently and had to rush out pretty quick, grab the gun and intimidate some protesters.
Dressed as a hamburglar. Like, come on, man. Like this. Why stop? Don't engage those people.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
keep going to where you were going. They were in that particular neighborhood, I do believe, heading to the mayor's house. Because the mayor decided to give out addresses of people who were protesting and organizing protests, which leads to all manner of folks sending threatening messages to folks and trying to intimidate and harass protesters in that sort of a way. So the protesters figured, you know what, if that's how you want to play it, we'll come to your neighborhood and we'll march in front of your house. And so they're on their way to the mayor's house, and these people pop out with AKs and handguns that they obviously don't know how to use.
I have absolutely no idea.
It's just why they're not coming to see you. I don't get it, man. That was a situation as funny as it is, and it is funny.
It's very funny,
that
but
is
it's very
something that could
scary
have
as
popped
well.
off and turned out differently if somebody had lost their cool or if there were no cameras around. I fully believe, and this is me thinking the worst in people, if folks didn't have their phones out recording, they could have shot somebody and gotten away with it and said, hey, I was standing my grounds. They got in my face and started yelling and threatening me, and they touched me, and so I felt threatened. Like, come on, man. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't lead to you leaving your good meal. If it's a mustard stain on your shirt, you're eating a good-ass meal. So you shouldn't be leaving your good-ass meal to come out here toting that thing to try and start stuff with protesters, man. Come on. Be a little bit better than that.
Again, I think everyone knows gun safety is whether no matter your philosophy on guns, how many there should be, should everyone have guns, should no one have guns? Gun safety, basically, the gist of it is don't point your gun unless you plan to use your gun.
Don't pull it out unless you plan on using it, man.
Don't point your gun at somebody unless you're attempting to target that thing or animal or person or whatever. Otherwise, you wouldn't. And so, just waving it around and muzzle sweeping the area, that's extremely unsafe and violation of any gun rule and all that stuff. And these people just look very silly, and that's really it actually obscures how dangerous the whole thing was because they just look so silly and unthreatening. It's hard to look unthreatening holding an AK. But I believe this gentleman managed to pull it off. I just think if it's the least threatening person with a semi-automatic weapon that you could possibly have.
Somebody said that they look like Grimace and Hamburglar from McDonald's.
Yeah.
I saw the shirt. Was like, what is that? The Hamburglar wife? What is happening?
Yeah, she certainly looks like Hamburglar. I don't. Again, I just don't. Everybody, don't do that. That's not for a number of reasons. That's not good.
Yeah.
Even if you are just a real big old racist, and you just really don't like, black folks or any. Just don't. There's no. Hey. Let's work on that too. Let's work on the racism part, but also let's just not be, pulling guns out. Let's de-escalate this stuff. Come on, guys.
No reason for that.
Come on.
But they're walking past your house.
They're just walking past. Yeah,
they're
just walking past your
house, and you come rushing out. And this goes to one of the overarching issues with policing is the well-meaning white citizen policing their respective neighborhoods or their white areas in a way that is just terrible, that is just heavy-handed and unnecessary. That's what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. He, in a white neighborhood, in a white space, stopped, looked in a house that was being under construction and being renovated, walked through, looked at it, got confronted, said, you know what, I don't have to deal with this, took off, and continued on his jog, and then they rolled up and shot him. Trayvon Martin. George Zimmerman, same way. He doesn't look like he belongs here. Rolled up, caught an ass whooping, and then shot him because he's mad he lost. My man down in Florida who's in jail now, I'm pretty sure, over the handicap parking spot. Just rolled up mad because the ladies parked in the handicap parking spot. Well, she's sitting in the passenger side. Her husband parked in the handicap parking spot, took her kid out of the car, took their kid out of the car, had another kid in the back seat, ran into the gas station to grab some treats, grab some snacks, came back out. Dude was yelling obscenities into his car with his girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, and their child in the back seat. He comes up, confronts the man about it, pushes him away from the car. Man gets upset because he falls to the ground, pulls out a gun and shoots him. Like this is funny because nobody got shot, nobody lost their lives, but this is how it starts. People are minding their own business, or people are doing something in an area or in a space that is not welcoming, not inclusive of them and of their type. And so then that particular group of people, the people who are in that neighborhood, the white people in that white space, feel it is their duty, their right, their obligation to go out there and confront people about these things, and confront them using guns, and confront them with some sense of force like they are law enforcement, and they're not. They're not. We saw videos with delivery drivers trying to just drop stuff off in a gated community, trying to just drop stuff off and go about their day, continue work. And cars roll up blocking them in the cul-de-sac. Like, no, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? The dude in the big FedEx truck wearing the FedEx uniform with the FedEx boxes?
Right.
What am I doing here? My job. Who are you here to see? Listen, I can't tell you that. And if I could, I wouldn't. It's none of your business who I'm here to see. But it is that attitude that leads to a lot of friction. And the attitude of people feeling like, hey, you don't belong here. My man up in Minneapolis who went up to the black dudes in the building and in the workout facility said, no, y'all don't belong here. It's my job to kick you out because I am supposed to be here. You're not. You look different. Get out. Thankfully, the FedEx situation, thankfully, the other delivery driver situations, the situation in that weight room in Minneapolis didn't lead to anything more than people being shamed a little bit on social media. This situation, thankfully, is ending with us cracking jokes and making fun of those folks. But there are very real life consequences, real life and death situations that pop off because white people protecting white spaces feel it's their duty, their obligation to go out and confront black people who they feel like don't belong.
Get a lot of that's the Karen memes. You get a lot of that that type of stuff. There's been a few of those with the masks and everything else this week too. And this is a time of a lot of expression, and sometimes that expression can be problematic. Mm-hmm. I would say. Take Ja Morant for example, who shared someone had very, 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 very poorly photoshopped the back of his jersey.
It's such a bad Photoshop.
It's such a bad job. I mean, it's amateurish at best.
Yes.
But his number is of course 12, and so he replaced the Morant on the back of his jersey with the F word, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a common phrase that being used against police officers. I think it came from Atlanta or from. I know Migos had an album or had a song with that. I don't know where
it's been around my
whole life. I think it's been around for a while. I just know mm-hmm. it seems to have taken on a higher elevation of late. And so Ja Morant, obviously, with his number being in the mix here, and he tweeted or he put that on Instagram and had the label on it, crying emoji, nah, FR though 100 emoji, sort of frowny side-eye emoji. Now this is where we get back to our emoji interpretations that are tricky. Now, for those that don't know, nah means nah. That's easy.
Yeah.
FR means for real.
Mm-hmm.
Though means though.
Mm-hmm.
THO, because we can't spell THU, UGH. You can't.
There's so many letters in that.
It's a lot. Yeah. So we just got to abbreviate that. 100 emoji means this is a true interpretation of my feelings at this particular moment. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you all of them, even though that may be uncomfortable for you. This is how I feel about this mm-hmm. very strongly. And then the sort of the side-eye frowny emoji is one I'm struggling with the interpretation of that one. CJ, do you have any thoughts on that one at the end there?
Used in that context?
Yeah, used in that context. I guess
eye roll at because that's what the side eye is. It's the beginning of the eye roll,
right?
And so it's an eye roll.
It's sort of a suspicion, suspicious. Like I'm not so sure about this.
Just an eye roll in general at what is going on from a policing standpoint right now. That's the way I interpreted it.
I think that was my interpretation as well. But that one is a little less clear.
Mm-hmm.
The crying emoji is that I think he's enjoying the fact that someone just was very creative with their.
Or, I think it is. So he drops the 100 and then immediately hits you with the eye roll.
Yeah.
Like yeah, let's do this. Eye roll, like
Yeah.
Just teasing.
Right.
And then goes on about the rest of the tweet.
So, but you can understand how a prominent figure, seeming to endorse the concept of F12 as a phrase would cause problems especially with folks reading that literally as opposed to in the more figurative sense that I think it's used in a I don't know. It's a little bit like the you go back to NWA days and F the police and all that. There's a phrasing there that's can be used to discredit the larger point of the issue if you want to paint it with that way. But I think the meaning is in context is understandable. Whether he needs to be doing this at this particular point in time as vaguely as that, that's probably an issue for him, and I'm sure he got a lot of blowback for that because he tweeted out not too long thereafter just a pure statement of apology and explanation. So here's what the apology and explanation from Ja on the tweet. I want to first apologize for reposting something that didn't clearly and accurately convey what I wanted to share. My post was intended to focus on the bad cops who get away with the murder of unarmed black men and women and those who continue to harass peaceful Black Lives Matter protesters. I know there are good cops, 12, out there. I know some and few are family. I'm thankful to the cops at Murray State who took care of me and the cops who continue to watch over me with the Grizzlies. We need good cops to step up and make sure other cops are not abusing their power. There have been too many black lives taken by police that could have been prevented. You may see me as just a basketball player and I may lose fans for taking a stand, but I won't stay silent. Black Lives Matter. Where's the justice for Breonna Taylor and the other countless innocent black lives that have been taken at the hands of dirty cops with no convictions? So that was his statement from overnight, I guess, as a result of all this. I think he makes it, to me, it's that's quite clear. That is particularly that second statement.
You asked if I saw the Ja Morant controversy. I was like, no, what did Ja do? This doesn't seem controversial at all to me. I mean, I guess I get it. I guess I understand it. I don't agree with it. This is the flag. This is the looting and the rioting. This is you purposely trying to not discuss the issue, what the issue is. If somebody says bleep 12 or bleep the police, and you focus on that statement, not why they're saying it, you're choosing to ignore the issue. You're choosing to. How many times do we get frustrated with customer service people? How many times have you had to sit on hold with Comcast for an ungodly amount of time? How many times have you gone through a drive-thru and they gotten your order wrong and you just bleep this place? Right now, imagine if that place had the power to take your life without consequence, right? Just because people are frustrated with the service you're giving does not mean that somehow just that frustration justifies you taking their lives or justifies you treating them as less than. Like that's it's a bleep 12, bleep the police. Like to me, whatever, fine. Knock yourself out. You can say that. I like that's fine. The police then don't get the power though to take lives or to lose their cool and abuse somebody. Assault somebody. Like that's not how that works. That was the whole thing with Sandra Bland. She didn't say bleep the police. She didn't say bleep 12, but she was very much frustrated with the process and let that frustration be known. And they pulled her out of the car. They arrested her, and we don't know what happened. All we know is she woke up dead. And you can't wake up dead, people. She died in police custody. What happened? We don't know. It is the same type of attitude that allows police to get away with these things, where it is, nope, you just need to be respectful. No, you don't. That being respectful clearly doesn't help. We've seen people respectively tell folks, hey, I've got a gun in here, but I'm going to reach for my driver's license. Is that cool? Yeah, go ahead. Reach for it, Philando Castile, and now he's not here. Like that's not it. Think about how many times you say an expletive or talk disparagingly about any other service you get. Now imagine that particular service that you're getting has the power to kill you without consequence, to assault you without anybody saying anything about it. And that's what we're talking about. This is an issue if you want to purposefully miss the point of the conversation. It's not one for me. So I don't know why he issued anything. He's better. He's different than I am, because I wouldn't have said anything after that. I'd have just let it sit there and left it alone.
Well, I would imagine at 20, he's probably, under some discussions with folks in his life, and I'm sure the Grizzlies probably, I would say strongly encouraged him to clarify those comments. And, I think to me, the context is pretty clear. Like, I don't really understand if you are wanting to make a bad faith reading of whatever somebody's saying, then you can do that if you want to, any more than, if there are all sorts of ways you can read someone's thoughts in a negative way if you want to. If you want to interpret somebody's position in an obviously negative and inaccurate way, then you can do that. And we've seen that. And that's what happened with the flag, as you mentioned. That's what's happened with so many other protests. And that's sort of part of the game, that a lot of people, just whatever form of protest black people have used, people have read it incorrectly, have read it wrong, have managed to find a way to make it not the appropriate way. Oh, if you'd only protest the right way, then there is no right way. That's the game. There's never a right way. Whatever way you choose is the wrong way. So, was this like, I suppose you could look at it as, like, if someone wants to interpret it wrongly, they can. Was this the absolute clearest form of discussion? No. But, again, you can't hold someone to that kind of a standard, especially a 20-year-old. You're not going to hold someone to the same standard. Stuff happens. And I think we all got to be bigger than that, and allow. What CJ said. I hope people are listening. This is. You're talking about, generations. You're talking about, hundreds of years. You're talking about consistent suppression of black communities. You're talking about white supremacy. You're talking about, hundreds, thousands of black lives ended prematurely over the course of centuries for no reason whatsoever, other than continuing a white hegemony of the control and the way that things have worked out. That is a situation that will generate an extraordinary amount of frustration, extraordinary amount of anger, extraordinary amount of sadness, extraordinary amount of emotion. And now that emotion is being heard and listened to in a way that it hasn't been on a national level. And so you're going to see different ways of expressing that, and everyone has to come to grips with the way that it's going to be expressed in lots of ways. In some ways, if you're a white person, you may understand. In some ways, you may not understand. And it's not on you to read it in the most unfavorable way possible. It's on it to you just to kind of understand the context of where it's coming from, and get that emotion, because it's an extraordinarily emotional situation that's going on right now. So I hope people will do that with John. I suspect that they will. I suspect that they'll understand the real meaning of that situation.
Yeah, hopefully they'll understand it.
I think most people will. I think most people will.
Do.
I think most people will.
But if you don't,
there's some
to,
that won't.
You're purposely not trying to.
Right. Putting it in that context, man. I think that the way that CJ said that is important. The service thing, man. This is a service. It's a policing is a service, and it's a service that's been wrongly done for a very long time, to the detriment and death of a whole lot of black people over the years. There's a lot of folks who are doing it right, and that's good. We need more. We need to keep doing that. When we come back, we'll talk about this particular social justice aspect of things in Ja's back of his jersey. I don't think the back of his jersey is going to say what he tweeted out there, but it may not necessarily say Morant either. We'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Sports Time on Sports 56 with Wallow and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive? Take the car for a couple of days if you want. Streamlined buying process. You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
It starts small. No soy milk. Almond is fine.
Okay.
But then your boss tells you to switch offices with Jeff. And when buying a car, you know you have to compromise.
What about the all-new Nissan Sentra? It's radically redesigned with zero-gravity seats, a quilted leather interior, and it has the most standard safety features in its class.
So, no compromise then. Okay.
Refuse to compromise with the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Ward segmentation 2020 Sentra versus latest in-market economy compact class competitors. See owner's manual for safety information. Availability of features vary by vehicle model year, model, trim level, packaging, and options. Base models compared based on manufacturer's websites.
Family Leisure's here to make staying at home more enjoyable for you and your family this summer. Complete pool packages starting at $15.99. 24-foot pools only $19.99. 4-person spas starting at $19.99. Swim spas starting at under $10,000. We are offering contactless purchasing, deliveries, and curbside pickup. Give us a call to schedule an appointment or to place an order. Stay safe with Family Leisure.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Still sexy when you smoke that flame. Jerking like a chicken when you throw that thing. She got me hotter than the oven the way that she talk. Switching the freaky so I'm loving the way that she walk. You looking good, girl, you ought to be in pictures. Listen to me, I see your career going sky high.
Twista?
Yes, it's Twista. Overnight celebrity. With one of those Kanye West beats.
There it is. There's the reference. There it is. Yep. Told you. I like Twista.
I'm trying to find. I wonder if there's a list of most popular songs of all time on 106 in Park, because I'm pretty sure Kari's just playing all of those.
Is there like a playlist on one of the deals? It's just the 106 in Park playlist. Kari's like, let me just grab this. Let me just grab the
Here
first
we go.
few on this
106's top played videos on BET.com. Let's see where Overnight Celebrity is.
All right. Well, while you look that up, the backs of the jerseys, we mentioned that was a little of a controversy for John Morant's Instagram, but the NBA and the Players Association have discussed changing the backs of the jerseys to reflect Black Lives Matter as part of the social justice in the movement that the players and the Players Association want to have to make sure that the protests and the conversation that we're having nationally about these issues of social injustice and police brutality and those sorts of things are not forgotten in the wake of returning to basketball. So one of the ideas, and I think the NBA seems to be open to it, is replacing the names on the backs of the jerseys with some kind of a message of social justice. Perhaps it could be something as simple as Black Lives Matter, the way that the Premier League did for a week, or it could be names of people who have been killed as a result of police brutality. It could be other messages of justice. I did see one jersey designer, a guy named Conrad Burry, who's a very talented designer. He redesigned the jerseys of a lot of the teams that are in the bubble to reflect different sayings, and they look the same, like stylistically they look the same as the team. They have the same fonts and stuff, but the messages on there are different, and it's a very cool design. I'd love to see them do it, because you can look at it and say, okay, yeah, that's definitely a Pacers jersey, that's definitely a Lakers jersey, but the message is different on there, and the colors are a little bit different and more black and white. A very cool design. So I don't know, CJ, do you like the idea of using the jerseys as one of the examples of the ways they're going to try to keep this message at the forefront in spite of returning?
Yes, I do like that idea, and it's a step in the right direction. The direction we want to be going in is helping to not talk over the protesters and not talk over the issue, and use that platform as a way to shine more of a light and give those protesters more of a voice, more of an ally in the fight for racial equality as far as it pertains to the justice system over here in the United States. So I like that idea. That is a small step, though. There needs to be more. It can't just be that, and then we're done. Wipe our hands of it. We did our job. No, you got to go further. It's got to be to where you turn on a game and you can't not think about what is going on. You can't help but think about the protests and what they're protesting, why they're protesting, the fact that no-knock warrants are still a thing and people are losing their lives because of them, the fact that chokeholds just recently in some areas got banned, and like that's still going on, the fact that we just got a registry where states can communicate across state lines about police officers who may have been fired or suspended or released from their line of duty in a separate state because of some sort of abuse, some sort of assault of a citizen. Like we're just now getting those things, and we got those things because everybody was paying attention and everybody was aware. And so if the NBA is coming back and one of the things they want to do is help in that fight, they've got to do more than just change names on jerseys. They've got to look at the court. They've got to we got two national anthems being played. We've got the Star Spangled Banner, and we're going to go lift every voice and sing. We're going to play two different national anthems, and you're going to sit here and listen to Lift Every Voice and Sing. And well, why are they doing that? Well, they're doing that because of the civil unrest and with regards to black people and the way black people are policed. There's got to be maybe something on the court. Nobody's in the seats. Tarp off a couple of the rows and have something there as well with some sort of a message. Players, when doing the interviews after the game, there's got to be mention of what is going on in the world at large, and it can't just be, hey, you went out there and got a triple-double. What does that feel like? No, there's got to be more if you don't want to talk over the movement that has swelled in this nation so far.
I think in order to really make it, I think that all those ideas are good. I think that they need to be done. I think the courts can be adorned with, the names of victims. I think there can be messages put on the courts down at Disney. That would certainly help. But I think, CJ, to me, the only way that you're really going to get messages out there, because anthems, I'm to the point now where I think we just stop with anthems altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You can interpret it however you want to interpret it. People use it in so many different ways. It's become, it doesn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything before. People didn't respect it before all the Kaepernick stuff. People were walking around buying hot dogs
during the Kaepernick
during the anthem.
stuff. We're still doing it.
Yeah. I'm just as an example, and then those same people would get inflamed. Oh, I can't believe you disrespect. And then people are eating, munching down the hot dog. It doesn't. What is the point? We're all in there's no. It's not international competition, so it just becomes a divisive thing at this stage. I don't know why we do it to begin with, but it doesn't. We don't need to be doing it at this point. I think though, if you do it in the middle, now. There, to me, is where you get people's attention. If you stop the game, maybe at before the fourth quarter starts or something like that, and then you have some kind of a ceremony or some kind of a song at that point, lift every voice and sing, or some kind of, remembrance or acknowledgement in the middle of the game. Now, I grant you that would change the competitive balance, or that would take away some of the competitive juice or whatever. I don't know if the players would want to do that in the middle of the game, but that's when you would have everyone's attention, because people can tune out at the beginning. They're like, you know what? I know it's going to be the anthem, whatever. I'm good. It's going to start, the game says it's going to start at 7:00, but it's really going to tip off at like 7:10. So I'm going to, not really pay much attention until 7:10. You couldn't avoid this. It would be right in the middle of it. And if you really want to, get people's attention, that would be the way to get people's attention. Say, we call timeout. Players just call timeout, and with 5 minutes left in the game, and we all stand in the middle of the court, and we all have a moment of silence, and we all kneel, and we all pay our respects.
Yeah,
that would, you couldn't ignore that.
Yeah, no, it's either way.
I don't know if they want to do that, because that's gonna the flow of the game and all that stuff. These guys are competitors, but that would certainly send the message.
Listen, man. I'm all for whatever continues the conversation, because we've done some really remarkable things. I've seen things that I've only talked about. Didn't know if it would ever happen. Didn't think it would ever happen in NASCAR with the removal of the Confederate flag. I've seen things happen here in the past month and a half from a racial standpoint that I never thought I'd see. So let's continue that momentum, and let's continue to have those conversations and do our best to keep moving forward. And I'm here for whatever will keep that going. So if that is what you're saying, it's stopping at some point in the fourth quarter or before the fourth quarter starts, and making everybody pay attention and let them know this is why we're doing this. This is why this national anthem is being played here. This is why Lift Every Voice and Sing is being played here, to keep it in the front of everybody's minds and not let it move to the back like what tends to happen when we get various forms of entertainment. I'm here for it. Let's just keep moving forward. And I think that's what players want to do. I think that's what the NBA wants to do, and they all want to be mindful to while they want to get the season going and crown a champion, they also don't want to take anything away from the social justice movement that is going on right now. They're being mindful of that. The names on the backs of the jerseys, though, is not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. You've got to add more to that. That's a good start, though. That can be a piece of it. Mm-hmm. There's no one thing that is going to work to keep this at the forefront of everybody's mind. It's going to be a bunch of little things that add up to be something big that will keep this movement on the forefront of everybody's mind.
Well, I'm going to set the bar here. Okay, CJ. If I were running the show down there, if I were setting trying to set the example, or trying to figure out what to do to make the statement that these players want to make with regard to social justice and keeping that discussion front of mind, the bar is this. There's a significant portion of your audience who is going to try very hard to ignore what's going on. Mm-hmm. There's a significant portion, I don't know how many, I can't give a percentage, I'd say probably close to half, of people who will actively seek to ignore the message that you are trying to send. And so, and the ability to do that is enhanced greatly by the fact that there are games going on, there are schedules to discuss, which we'll do here in a little bit. There are analysis to be done, all that stuff. The ability to ignore what's going on in the world is substantially increased when there are games and when there are actual sporting events going on. So the challenge is this: how do I make my message so clear that even if a significant amount of people want to ignore it, they can't? That should be to me the question that you have to ask. Whatever, can you ignore the names on the backs of the jerseys? Yeah, you probably can. Can you ignore the way the court looks? Probably so. You could probably look past that. But could you ignore a middle of the action timeout and kneel down to protest? No, you probably couldn't. Could you ignore continual post-game discussions? No, you probably couldn't. So that's the challenge to me, is to make it so that if you're going to do this, it has to be so emphatic that even attempts to ignore it won't be successful.
If you want to, you can ignore everything. But if you have a lot of little things in there, you can't ignore all of it. At some point, something is going to creep through on you. So if you do a lot of different things, from names on jerseys, floors, different anthems being played, different times of anthems being played, conversations, post-game conversations during coaches' interviews, if you're tarping off seats with messaging so that gets seen by some, if you're talking about it a little bit, they treat it, I'm assuming that we're going to get some Mark Jackson, some Van Gundy. They treat it like it's a podcast anyway. Mm-hmm. If you get some of those conversations popping off during the actual game as well, it makes it, all of those little things makes it real hard for you to ignore what's going on, for you to purposefully, willfully ignore it, because there's just so much of it going on. And if you choose not to watch the NBA, well, then you've got to answer the question, why am I not watching? And that then serves as a way to keep the conversation at the forefront of your mind. I'm not watching the NBA because they're doing all of this stuff about black people protesting and about black people trying to get justice and equality in the judicial branch and as far as policing goes in the nation. And so that's why I'm not watching the NBA. Well, now it's at the forefront of your mind anyway. So the more little things you could do, the bigger impact it will have. It's not going to be one big thing that the NBA can do and say, see, we did it. We're good to go. We uplifted everybody. We used our platform to give those without one a sense of power and to amplify those voices. It's not going to be one thing. It's going to be a whole lot of little things that the NBA is going to have to do. And the names on the jerseys is cool, and that's a start, but it's got to be more.
Yeah, it's been a big source of discussion, and I can promise you that there are a lot of players who have got a lot of big ideas. Whether they will all come to fruition, we'll find out. But there's a lot of pretty. I know that there have been lots of discussions about some pretty big time stuff. So we'll see if it all happens or not. I mean, it's so much of this is just we don't know, man. Everything's up in the air. We'll find out. We'll talk about the schedule when we return. Also coming up, we're going to have Sports Radio Theater, which I'm excited about. We have to do that one in hour number 3. Also, we're going to spin the wheel of conversation in hour number 3. We're going to talk to Kari Thompson and his playlist in hour number 3. So lots more to get to here as we continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 96.1 FM, or 87.7 FM.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say barks.
Hi, I'm Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We have all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, there are aerial pictures that are taken every 4 years that can be used to measure a building, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof or even if you need one by using pictures that might be 4 years old. If you would rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, please give me a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best customer service we know how to provide. Five-Ash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurts. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Okay. What? Yeah. Yeah.
In the back, girl.
Yep. Baby. All right.
Second song that hadn't been on the 106 and Park playlist, by the way. I looked on Spotify's 106 and Park playlist. I can't make this up.
Okay.
The third song, Overnight Celebrity. was that Twitter song we just played. It's like, yep, that makes sense.
We can see the influence here. Welcome back as we continue hour number 2 here in the Family Leisure Studios. It's very muggy out there, guys. So just gonna tell you, it's humidity is through the roof, and I guess it's gonna be this way for ever next 3 months
till September sometime.
Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what days are. I don't know what seasons are. I don't know. It's all the world's crazy. The Grizzlies, the schedule was released Friday evening, so we know now what it's going to look like, and it's very similar to what the Grizzlies were going to play before. There's one small alteration, but otherwise it is pretty much the same. We knew the Grizzlies schedule was going to be tough. It is going to be tough. It was going to be tough before. It's still going to be tough. They will start with Portland on Friday, July 31st. Then they will play San Antonio, then the Pelicans. Those are back-to-backs. Then Utah, Oklahoma City, Toronto, Boston, Milwaukee. And to me, CJ, we knew the Pelicans have the easiest schedule. They had the easiest schedule anyway, so I think it's only fair that they're going to have the easiest schedule throughout this. They play Utah, then the Clippers, then the Grizzlies, then the Kings, Wizards, Spurs, Kings, Magic. That is who they play. The other teams, because New Orleans' schedule is so easy comparatively, the other teams that are around them that are fighting for that spot, the Kings, the Spurs, the Blazers, those teams that are fighting with the Grizzlies and the Pelicans, they're going to have to jump over the Pelicans and the Grizzlies in order to do. That's going to be really tough for them. Grizzlies, as long as they go 3-5, they will make at least the play-in situation. Remember, the 8th and 9th seeds will go into a play-in game where the 8th seed only has to win one, but the 9th seed would have to beat the 8th seed twice in a row in order to make the playoffs in that 8th playoff spot. Grizzlies just have to win 3 games to at least clinch the play-in game. And they can win, I think, I want to say 4 pretty much gets them that 8th seed because they already have a 3.5 game lead over the major players in all of this. Also, all these games are going to be in the afternoon, which is weird. 3 o'clock starts, 3 o'clock, 5:30, 1:30, 3 o'clock. There's a lot of afternoon drinking going on for Grizzlies fans out there. Like Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. That's a very strange time for a game to be going on. But there you go. This is all strange anyway, so why not just keep it? It's like Summer League. It feels like Summer League. All these games are just going to be.
It's
there's like
around
3 or 4
the time
games.
Summer League will be going on.
It's around it's basically just a very, very advanced form of Summer League.
Mm-hmm. People are going to be watching at work. Like that's going to be the deal. Production's going to go down. Grizzlies are playing.
What'd you make?
The schedule for the Pelicans is really easy, and it should be. That they had their easiest part of their schedule coming up, and it really, if you aren't going to make their schedule easy and give them a chance to have a shot, then why even bring them down? And I would have made the Grizzlies Pelicans like the last game, maybe the second to last game, because I think that there would be so much intrigue around that final spot, and those would be the 2 teams who are competing to try and get that spot. So from a scheduling standpoint, I would have moved that game back to make it the 7th or 8th game of the rest of the season, and just to get that intrigue involved. And Grizzlies' schedule is tough, but it was going to be tough anyways. They don't have any road games, though, because nobody's going on the road. It's all neutral court, and this is a good thing for the Grizzlies. All they got to do is get 3, maybe get 4, and they'll be fine. They'll be in, or they'll be in in a double elimination sort of format. So that is what I made of it.
I mean, I think it's everyone. I know the initial reaction was like, "Oh my God, look at how tough the schedule is," and some folks who didn't follow as closely said, "Oh, the league is trying to screw the Grizzlies over here because they want New Orleans in the." I mean, look, the league does want New Orleans in there. I mean, if they could have the New Orleans in there, I think with the Grizzlies, they'd be happy with that. I think I think they're good with John Moran as well, but they certainly want Zion in the mix. Zion is a big star and all that stuff. But the schedule is set up as well as it can be set up for the Grizzlies, to me, because if you look at the details of it, you've got Portland, San Antonio, New Orleans, 1, 2, 3. If the Grizzlies go 2-1 or 3-0 in those games, then it's a wrap. You can forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's done, because those are 3 direct competitors. If you can get the edge, if the Grizzlies can beat the Pelicans, for example, huge. That direct win is enormous when it comes to catching up. If the Grizzlies could start very well, that's huge. The fact that their last 3 games, Toronto, Boston, and Milwaukee, you may get to the point when those teams have already established their seeding and may want to keep players rested or limit their activity a little bit because of the strenuous nature of this schedule. You're going to see a lot of back-to-backs, a lot of games that are compressed in a very short period of time. They're going to be going into the playoffs, and so you may get the Bucks, for example, maybe playing Giannis 20-25 minutes as opposed to 35. Or maybe not at all. That would be huge for the Grizzlies. So I think the way the schedule kind of shaped up, I know the teams are hard, but I think the shape of the schedule is actually okay. Mm-hmm. If they can get off to a good start. Now, the flip side of that obviously is if you get off to an 0-3 start, then you got major alarm bells that will be ringing. So the Grizzlies have got to be crisp and ready to go right out of the gate. If they want to try to make sure that they make the playoffs. And obviously, all this is predicated on people being healthy. And who knows the COVID situation and all that. That could change all this stuff that we talk about, planning and everything else. I mean, it could all go up in smoke if 2 or 3 players on a team end up testing positive. Then all bets are off at that point. So I have no idea, honestly. But at least on paper, to me, the schedule is it's okay. Like, that's about as good as you could have hoped for, given the fact that we knew it was going to be very, very difficult, and it is. It's not the most difficult schedule out of the teams in Orlando, and the Grizzlies did have the most difficult schedule in the NBA prior to the shutdown. So in that sense, they've been benefited by all of this. We'll see. Hour number 3 on the way. Sports Radio Theater, Wheel of Conversation, Kari Thompson. So much to get to as we continue on a humid Monday. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
It starts small. No soy milk. Almond is fine.
Okay.
But then your boss tells you to switch offices with Jeff. And when buying a car, you know you have to compromise.
What about the all-new Nissan Sentra? It's radically redesigned with zero-gravity seats, a quilted leather interior, and it has the most standard safety features in its class.
So, no compromise then. Okay.
Refuse to compromise with the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Ward segmentation 2020 Sentra versus latest in-market economy compact class competitors. See owner's manual for safety information. Availability of features vary by vehicle model year, model, trim level, packaging, and options. Base models compared based on manufacturer's websites.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, traffic has been crazy lately, right? And rush hour? Forget it. Nobody wants to let you merge onto the highway. But hey, somebody let you merge or you wouldn't be there, so drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
At Victory Auto Sales, that's victoryauto.org. We always ask our customers what they want most in a used car.
I want a car that runs when I turn the key. Don't want my appointment over there just waiting on me. Buddy. Throw away the cable. You'll never be late. With one of our cars because they are just darn great. I want a car that runs down the road, that doesn't leave me stranded while it's getting towed. I want brakes on my car so I can stop when I'm driving too fast and when I see a cop.
They want a car that starts. They want a car that runs. They want a car that stops. Victory Auto Sales, 901-380-5800. That's victoryauto.org. Check us out. We are at 4885 Elmore, just off Covington Pike. In-house financing, of course. Generous credit approval. Of course. Don't forget to ask about our layaway. That's victoryauto.org, 901-380-5800. Fill out the credit app online or come by or give us a call, 901-380-5800.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurts. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Can't believe it's going back on the song. That's how we do it, baby. Every day like this. 7 days. I tell you 365. Winter, summer, and fall. In the summer we ride. You're acting like you never seen it before.
I feel like now I know what it would be like if I went to a party at Kari's. I feel like I know what it would. I feel like I know. I think I could put it. I think I could put together a playlist based on this now.
Yeah, very much so.
You really wanna put your feet on my rug?
I mean, I have not heard this song in a while.
Slow down. Yeah, ain't from Russia, so while you're rushing, she want my pimp juice.
I think that was one of the, I forgot about that line. That's one of my least favorite lines in rap.
You ain't from Russia, so why you?
So why you Russian? Yeah, that's terrible.
Stand on my left, boo. I know you ain't right.
Terrible.
Terrible. Treat you like you from Milwaukee. Sing you Green Bay and packing.
That's
Nelly had his moment, man.
He did. Now, Nelly's worth. No, he's a underrated. Yeah, I think probably, maybe in the scheme of things. I don't know. He's done very well for himself. Welcome back. It is hour number 3 here in the Family Leisure Studios. I am Peter. He is CJ. Our friend Zach producing the program. Kari Thompson's providing the playlist today. He will join us coming up later on in this hour to discuss and to defend his playlist choices. He's gotten the vibe going good, though. It's been a good vibe. Has it been Boney James good? I don't know.
I mean, Jarvis thinks so.
Jarvo's in on it?
Jarvo said Kari bumping.
Okay. All right. Well, if Jarvo's in, then I'm in. If Jarvo's in, then I'm in. All right. So before we spin the wheel of conversation, it's now time for the Ballad of the Mad Dogs. This is today's edition of Sports Radio Theater, a production of CJ and Zach. They are the minds behind this. CJ, what did you want to do with Sports Radio Theater?
I don't know. What did I want to do with Sports Radio?
What was the idea? Why did you choose? Why did we make this? Why
did we make this one?
No, just in general. No, why
in
did
general?
you do? Yeah, what did you want to celebrate? I
just celebrate sports in the theatrical sense. I think theater has a way of captivating some members of our society and educating and informing them about things that they wouldn't be educated or informed on. You know, and it helps the themes in plays and in theater in general. The pageantry around it as well, though all of those things go to add to our rich and vibrant culture. Like we know about Julius Caesar, we know like we dramatize that though and got a better feel for what it may have been like. We know about Alexander Hamilton, but we got a different sort of a feel about what was going on at that time thanks to the plays. And so I want my plays to be mentioned with the greats, with William Shakespeare, with Lynn, and with other playwrights. Tyler Perry's of the world, like that. I want mine to be mentioned with those three. Like
the greats like Billy Shakes
and
Tyler Perry. Okay.
I mean, that's where Tyler Perry got his start. Bootlegging the plays, baby. Medea didn't just appear. Medea was on stage for a long time. You couldn't.
I read about the original Medea this weekend. Medea from Jason and the Argonauts.
So the one who killed her kid.
Yeah. She's a rough customer.
I saw that play at Vanderbilt, and they did it in a classical Japanese sort of style, which was weird, but it was
like
great.
Kabuki style.
Yes.
Okay.
It was wild, but really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like wild, but really, really good. All right. So what's today's sports radio?
Well, you guys might not know this, but today is the anniversary of the Memphis Mad Dogs' first game in the CFL. Like on this
is that true?
Yes, on this date in 1995, the Memphis Mad Dogs faced off with the Calgary Stampeders in the CFL. Today's the 29th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, today it happened. They lost 24-18. Inaugural season of the Mad Dogs.
Was that in the Liberty Bowl?
No, that was on the road. Their first.
That was in the Calgary Bowl?
Yeah, the Calgary
Stampede Bowl, the Stampede
next
Bowl?
week, July 7th, was the first game at the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium against the BC Lions, which the Memphis Mad Dogs lost as well. But they got their first win the following week against the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Rough Riders, the old Rough Riders. Oh, yeah.
That game was a barn burner, man. 11-5.
It's not a score I'm associated with football. 11-5.
But yeah, so
two safeties and a lot of field goals, man.
That's right.
The Mad Dogs had really good inaugural season, 9-9.
Did they?
Yeah,
Did
9-9.
they?
Like
Okay.
that's not bad. And
Who's their quarterback? The quarterback.
do you know? I don't know.
No, I have no idea. I'm not asking for real. I have no.
quarterback
I'm not
is.
saying you should
The
know
quarterback
that.
does not make an appearance in this particular performance.
Okay, but maybe I'm gonna just try to guess.
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Damon Allen. That's who it was.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's their only season, 1995.
Mm-hmm. Inaugural and last season.
The inaugural and final season.
So this is a play about the first game and the last ever first game of the Memphis Mad Dogs tenure here in the great city of Memphis, Tennessee. Zach is going to be playing head coach Pep Rogers. Peter is going to be press
You
member.
mean Pepper Rogers?
Yeah, Pepper Rogers. What'd I say?
Yeah. Pep Rogers.
My fault.
He's
Pepper
Pep
Rogers.
Hamilton or something. He's Pepper. That's Pepper, man.
Pepper Rogers.
We're
Peter's
just cutting
going
it
to be-
short because it was a lot of stuff to type out. So
Oh, was it? Was it?
yeah,
That's,
An
It's like
extra,
2
an ex-
pages.
An extra
Was
ER.
it? Oh,
And also, I'm looking here. Zach was talking about not making a lot of spelling mistakes.
yeah,
I'm looking
like
here. There are a ton of
that
them on
was
here.
that spelling mistake happened late last night. So
Okay, so late
So
at
that's
night,
okay.
early
So
in the
late
morning.
at night,
you-
early in the
you
morning.
can't spell.
On the
yeah,
phone.
I was yawning while I was typing this typing this out. So
But you wrote it mid-afternoon.
I did.
Okay, all right.
I did.
So Pepper Rogers is going to be Zach. Peter is going to be press member number 1, and I am going to be press member number 2.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, Zach, take it away.
It's not the way we planned on playing, but the players gave us, like Pikachu, gave Ash 110%.
What?
There are things to build on. We look forward to getting after it next week. Any questions?
I have so many questions, but yes. Coach, how was preparation leading up to this game?
You know, I feel like we prepared really well. They did a lot of strange things out on the field. Strange, like having a Bass Pro taking over a pyramid.
Hey, Coach, what was going through your head coaching your first game in the CFL?
You know, I was overwhelmed and honored having the privilege to coach on the sidelines. You know, it was great putting that first foundational piece in Memphis for the Mad Dogs. You know, we're going to look up 25 years from now, and who knows what the city of Memphis is going to look like. But the Mad Dogs will be a staple in the city, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
How much gum are you chewing, Coach?
Stay in character.
Sorry. You guys are right there to win it. 1 or 2 mistakes cost you the game. What can you do to fix those mistakes?
I mean, we have to continue to practice good habits, and we have to translate those good habits to the football field, just like Luke Skywalker practicing to become a Jedi. You know, if we don't focus on those habits, we're going to succumb to the dark side, and we don't want that. Talk to Coach Larry Finch all the time about fixing mistakes. You know, as the great coach of the Midwest Coach of the Year, he said, Coach Rogers, you have to be consistent. That's why Memphis barbecue is good. Consistency of the sauces with the slow cooking of the meats is what separates Memphis barbecue from everywhere else. And I believe And I think we can be the Memphis barbecue of the CFL.
All right, Coach. Looking ahead to next week, what would you need to do to get that first win in franchise history at home at Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium?
I mean, everybody knows you play to win the game. You have to convey that message to the players. Hello, you play to win the game. What we need to do is fix the mistakes, take care of the football, make the plays, and do your job. I guarantee you next week that we're going to win, and you're going to look at next week's game as the start of something special for the Mad Dogs, the CFL, and the city of Memphis.
Coach had a lot of gum.
You know?
I mean, unbelievable amount of gum there, Coach. How did you put a whole pack in, or what was it?
Like, you know, the game in itself brought in a lot of stress. Okay, and we gotta channel that stress somewhere else. So that's why the
murdering gum.
Do you think Larry Finch is going to be mad that you called him the Midwest, Great Midwest, the great coach of the Midwest of the year?
I believe Coach understood what I was trying to convey. You know, you don't want to step on too many toes because you got a locker room to bring together. You know.
So which conference was Larry Finch in? He ain't coach.
He's in the Midwest, Coach. He was in the Midwest. The Midwest. Yeah, that.
Which conference?
The Midwest.
Which?
The Midwest, the Great Midwest.
Oh, okay.
He's in the Great Midwest.
Pepper Rogers putting on a show.
You said Damon Allen was the quarterback?
Uh-huh.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the CFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there you go. Who's better, Damon Allen or Byron Allen?
Who's Byron Allen?
Who's Byron Allen?
Yeah.
Host of one of the great late night talk shows of all time.
Damon Allen.
You need to maybe look at Byron Allen. If you, I think you need to.
I do. I'm trying to figure out who this dude is.
If you don't know who Byron Allen is, and you better. Byron Allen, many a late night syndicated talk show hosted by Byron Allen.
Okay.
One of the forgotten heroes of the late '80s and early '90s. Kind of the homeless man's Arsenio.
Ah, okay.
In many respects.
All right.
Zach, that was fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Nothing less from Zach.
I mean, that was a Zach performance. That was a pure Zach-ish performance.
Yeah, I don't chew gum like that, by the way. So
we could tell.
Definitely, definitely don't get into it like that. I'm very.
What type of gum were you chewing?
5 gum.
Okay.
I don't have like that the thick baseball double bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Big League Chew?
The Hubba Bubba Big League Chew.
Yeah, I don't have that, but
too sweet for you?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
When you chew gum, what type do you chew?
Mainly 5 gum.
Okay.
Mainly 5. When I was playing baseball, it was definitely like Hubba Bubba or
oh, for sure. You were playing baseball. I mean, you were so focused on
hitting 500,
keeping that average up way above 500 that you couldn't even worry about gum. Probably. If I had to guess.
I mean, it was to take my mind off of the pitch that was coming in because
Because you don't need to think about the pitch coming in. You just need to swing the bat to hit 500.
Right.
No,
that's
you
right.
got to
focus.
You just got to focus on making good contact.
That's right. Making that good contact. Not bad contact. Good contact. Let's go. Let's get. This is the hitting tips with Zach. That's coming up soon. Keep that front foot. You don't want to step in the bucket. Do you step in the bucket sometimes or no?
No, it's just a small. It's a small step.
Small step. Small step for man.
Yeah, just a little small. Like you stepping on a bug, but not trying to crush everything. Just like.
So you're not A-Town stomping.
No.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
No.
You're trying to just sort of massage the bug. You're not trying to squash it. You're just trying to give the bug a little back rub.
Like a slow death for it,
Oh, okay. You're trying to torture a bug. All right.
Okay, all right.
This
got dark real fast.
It's the Zach's advice. Swinging like you're torturing a bug. The old bug torture.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
Funny enough, I'm talking to my baseball coach. I'm emailing him.
What's funny about that?
No, because we talked. We was talking about this last week about my batting.
Is he a funny guy?
No.
Is the baseball coach funny?
I think he's very stoic. You know,
He's an assist. You said he's a vice principal now.
Yes, he's a vice principal.
Vice principals are never funny.
No, that's true.
He was always like that in the classroom too, because he used to be my my civics government teacher.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, would you please tell him that we all said hello?
I will do.
In your email correspondence, this person who shaped your baseball career, in your life and everything else that have happened. Rudy Gobert says he's still not fully recovered from COVID-19. He talked to L'Équipe, the French sports publication, and that's French, of course, for the equipment. That's not true. The L'Équipe, in the interview, he says that he still cannot smell 100%. He can't smell things from far away. He said his taste has come back, but his smell is still not there. And he said that specialists said it could take up to a year for his smell to fully return. Another example of kind of the discussion that we have about you just don't know what this thing's going to do. It seems to do different things to different people. Some people seem to be able to shake it off. Other folks have all kinds of interesting and scary and crazy interactions. There have been some studies about how it has caused diabetes to actually occur in folks. It didn't just take advantage of diabetes, it actually created a diabetic situation in some patients. It's caused issues with dementia and psychosis if it has taken up residence in the brain. In the lungs, has caused difficulty breathing, all that stuff, clotting, different kinds of things. We just don't know. And so here's another example of some of the impact. This is a guy who had it and apparently recovered relatively quickly and has been quote unquote recovered for about 3 months now and still has issues with his smell. So another example of why you don't much want to run out there and go get this thing, even if you feel like you can get through it pretty easily.
Yeah, there's so much about this that we don't know, and that makes the calculating of the risk really difficult because you don't really know what all you're risking, what all body parts are being risked here. We know that there's some health risk. We believe that is minor, but in the event that it gets to be one of those severe cases where you need to be hospitalized or you're dealing with something much stronger than a simple cough and a fever, what all are you risking? Blood clots, diabetes. You brought up the Alzheimer's patients and dementia, severe lung damage that follows you for the rest of your life. Like, we don't know. And so that makes calculating the risk of playing and of having a season really, really difficult and really hard for everybody involved.
So, that's the challenge I think that we always have to face is like, there's no magic bullet here. There's no cure at this point. There's no vaccine. There may be one coming. I saw that the folks at Gilead had their treatment of remdesivir that seems to have some help, and they've priced it today. See how much it was?
I don't want to see this. Nope.
They say they're doing a great favor to everybody. This is an undercharge, but they feel like it's the right thing to do to charge a reasonable amount to people. Mm-hmm. So $309 a dose, and everyone needs at least 5 doses. So, you're talking about two grand, give or take. No, 6 doses. I'm sorry, it's over 2, so it's about almost $2,500. And then now for insurance companies, they'll charge $520 a dose. For whatever reason,
because they can.
Because they can, and this is but they're saving you money. You got to understand, they're saving you.
Honestly, though,
they're getting you out of the hospital faster, which is going to save you money.
They are, because capitalism, right? You charge whatever people are willing to pay. People would be willing to pay much more than what they're selling it for, which begs the question: Can you should your health be ruled and regulated by capitalism? Like if
that's a very worthwhile question to ask.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If we all have that right, That doesn't mean that then health directly corresponds to the type of lifestyle you have. And if you have that innate right, should we be trying to monetize that particular part of our society? The answer so far has been yes. And if that is the case, then they could sell that damn drug for $2,000-$3,000 and people would still be willing to pay for it because you can't put a price on human life. So for them to sell it for what, $380, damn near $400.
You can put a price on human life. We've seen that. You definitely can.
Good point. So they are cutting the deal here. The question then becomes should this be what we use to shape health policies in our nation?
Yes, just a real depressing situation there. But hey, go get them. Apparently, though, they're going to find a way to do it a little more cheaply in the developing countries. So it'll be remarkable that they probably can. And I think this thing, it's where the old market system falls short when it comes to stuff like this. Other things, no problem, man. You want video games, supply and demand, absolutely. But life and death, supply and demand is a lot more morbid when it comes to that sort of thing. There's no question about that. When we come back, we're going to talk to our friend Kari Thompson about his playlist. We're also going to spin that wheel of conversation. Maybe Kari can join us in a little special wheel of conversation. All of that when we continue here from the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Start your day at Sunrise Memphis. Located in Midtown, enjoy delicious biscuit sandwiches and all their menu has to offer with quick and easy to-go and delivery options. Whether it's breakfast, brunch, or lunch, don't distance yourself from great food. For more information on Sunrise Memphis, visit sunrise901.com or call 901-552-3144 to place your order. Stay healthy and eat Sunrise Memphis today.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Plasma donations are needed now more than ever, and you can make a difference during these unprecedented times. Plasma Biological Services is seeking healthy donors as well as those who have fully recovered from COVID-19. Your plasma may be used to help those still fighting the virus. If you have tested positive for COVID-19 and have fully recovered, please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifolsplasma.com. That's GRIFOLS plasma.com today to see how your plasma can help save others that are hospitalized with COVID-19 and if you are eligible to donate. All donors will be compensated for their time. Please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifolsplasma.com.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, Call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elders Roofing Solutions.
Ready to take on that painting project? Ask Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $26.94 June 19th through 30th. With 30% off our exceptional paints and stains, you can give some color love to your bathroom, living room, or every room in your home. Shop in store or order online for curbside pickup. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hertz. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Tell me that ain't insecure. The concept of school seems so secure.
Sophomore, 3 years, ain't picked a career.
She like,
I'll just stay down here and do hair.
Cause that's enough money to buy her a few pairs of new ears. Cause her baby daddy don't really care. She's so precious with the peer pressure.
Couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. She had hair so long that it looked like weave. Then she cut it all off. Now she look like Eve. She be dealing with some issues. Single black female addicted to retail. And well, another 106 and Park hit.
Kari Thompson is the author of our playlist for this Monday. He is the preps writer for the Commercial Appeal and our frequent guest, and not normally on a Monday though, but he's making a special appearance just to honor us with that playlist. Kari, good morning. Thank you for the tunes this morning.
Good morning. I appreciate it, guys. What do you guys think?
We can tell that you watched a whole lot of 106 and Park, Kari.
That's right.
Tell us about the role 106 and Park played in your life. My God.
Yo. Man, that was my childhood, bro. shout out to Terrence and Roxy and AJ and Freak, man.
Yeah.
Shout out. One time.
You could tell. It was a very much of a moment in the era that there's like a 5 or 6 year period where you was just like all right there. Took me back.
Yeah.
Took me back to the early 2000s. Took me back right in there.
Great era, man. Great era.
You were big into Chingy?
Yeah, man.
Why?
The man had hits, bro. Solid Baby, fire. You know what I'm saying? Holiday Inn, fire. Like, he just had hits.
Name another hit. Name one more hit.
You got
one more.
Hold on.
Was Chingy the reason we were doing the chicken head for a while, or was that Nelly? I get the St. Louis influence confused sometimes.
I mixed that up too. I'm not.
I want to say that was Nelly.
That was Nelly? Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
But he had some Nelly. But he had Nelly in there.
He did have. He had
Nelly. He had Nelly in there.
Strong St. Louis influence.
Yeah, some St. Louis happening.
Juice, Pimp Juice. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have it.
Okay. All right. You had and Twista as well. So a little Chicago shout out.
Of course, Overnight Celebrity. I mean that instrumental is just crazy. Like that's just Kanye at his finest.
I figured we get more Northeast influence. I figured we get more of a Jay-Z big, maybe even some Puff Daddy, something like that.
So that Boston rap, you know, like the NKOTB, New Kids on the Block, or some of that Donnie Wahlberg rap or something like that.
I thought we might get some Naughty by Nature too, some of that New Jersey, maybe some Queen Latifah thrown in there, Lil Whitney Houston. I don't know. We didn't get any of that. Not to say that I'm surprised.
Boston don't have rappers like that, man. Boston is a sports town. It does not have. It's like how Memphis got all the rappers, but they don't have, championship sports teams. Like
God,
come on, Kari.
Dang. Boston has championship sports teams, but no rappers.
Just drive by,
have it all.
Kari.
Just unnecessary.
No reason for that at all.
Am I lying? It's accurate, isn't it?
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but there's no reason for that. There's no reason to. Good Lord.
It's true.
I mean, look, I don't know. Atlanta's got a lot of great rap. Wait a second.
No. Wait, now are we on to something? Can you be good at both? Can you be a musical city and have champions? New Orleans.
SoCal's got. They've done pretty well for themselves. You got to. Okay. It's big. Everything. It's really big. They got everything. And of course lately, Oakland's doing all right for Oakland's doing okay.
But who's the hot rapper right now in Oakland? Like when Oakland had hot rappers.
But Oakland's got a lot of.
Too Short. When Oakland had E40 and they were humming along in the rap game, their sports weren't good. Like, can you have both? Can your sports scene be good and your music scene be good at the same time?
New York in the 90s, but New York doesn't count basically because it's so big.
But what was New York really win? They had the Rangers.
They had the Rangers. The Yankees. And the Yankees. So they had the Yankees big, Jay-Z all around the same time. 95. Wow, what a year for the city of New York. Great rappers. Nas was coming through too.
Houston was winning a little bit, and they were doing okay.
They had Scarface. Are we talking about the Houston, the 2 championships they got in the 90s?
You can go mid-90s, or you can go with the Astros winning, and when they had more recently. There's been more.
Well, who was hot in Houston? Are we going Paul Wall, Slim?
Paul Wall,
Chameleon there, and all them.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
did you guys?
Mike Jones?
Who?
Come on, man. Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow.
Hey.
Everybody know that.
Yes. Great song with a phone number attached to
I know. And it really worked.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I guess you can.
You can leave him a voicemail if you want. Still can if you want to.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. I think. Last I checked.
All right. I'm going to have to call him up.
281-330-8004. It's right there. Right there in the lyric. Can't miss it. So what's coming up next for we played a whole bunch of, we played the Chingy, we played we just played Kanye, we played
Pokemon,
Twista, Pokemon. Oh yeah, the Pokemon. Yeah. What about that?
Yeah, you guys play the Pokemon theme song? Yes, I want to play that.
Yeah, the original. That was the original one.
What was you guys' reaction when that came on?
We sang the whole thing.
Let's go!
I love that song.
Oh yeah. You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon. I mean that's emotional right there, and then Pokemon's got has had a history of some tremendous theme songs. I mean they've gotten pretty good. The Pokemon album. I don't know if you've ever checked out that Pokemon album that they got.
Wait, there's a Pokemon album?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh yeah.
With each of the where I got the Pokemon.
Yeah, you got to check the album out. They got the album out with a lot of different songs for each series, and then they've got different one. The Poke Rap, you've got the full Poke Rap if you want that. There's a lot going there. Did you consider doing the Poke Rap, Kari?
I did, but it would have sounded weird coming out of a break. So. So we
gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
What?
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
Who's first? Is it Bulbasaur first? Who's the first Pokemon?
I don't know.
Gengar?
No.
Bulbasaur is number one. Bulbasaur is Pokemon 001 in the Pokédex. For sure.
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Squirtle, Wartortle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Like that. That would have been awkward coming out. Because
I wanna be the best.
Never was.
All right, so Car, you want to join us while we spin the wheel of conversation here since you're on the line? This is
let's get it.
You know how this thing works. We're going to spin the wheel. Whatever comes up on the wheel, whatever topic we get is what we're going to talk about. It's brought to you by our friends at Acura of Memphis, who bring you this hour of the program. Acura Memphis. You can find them online, AcuraMemphis.com. And it's a little bit like winning the lottery when you get a great deal from our friends at Acura of Memphis. They will be there for you, and they're there for you throughout all of the pandemic stuff. So if you want to do everything remotely, They got you covered video. They can handle all the transaction by video, no problem. Or if you want to go in, they're right there in person as well. That's a fantastic option for you too. 385 in Ridgeway. It is perfectly. It's the perfect time to go because a lot of you are spending more and more time in your cars. You're driving on vacations now. You're not flying as much. It is time for you to get a luxurious automobile, and they got you covered. RLX, TLX, ILX, MDX, RDX, the whole thing. Go see them, and you're going to love it. Acura of Memphis, online, AcuraMemphis.com. So, what do we got? What's
This is our first time that it's landed on a texter suggestion on the Annie Wheel selection portion of the wheel.
Okay, the texter selection.
The texter selection. The texter wants to know world, fictitious world you like to live in. Fictitious world, fictitious universe you would like to live in.
Fictitious world you'd like to live in.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be the universe, the cinematic universe, a city. Are there any limitations here? Or are we just
no limitations. I think that if you wanted to be like Middle Earth, that could work. If you wanted to be on Ego, so one of the planets from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that could work. Okay. As well. Video games, Mario World, like if you wanted to live there, that could work also. So it's just got to be fictitious world, place, universe.
Okay.
You like to live in.
Zach, what you got?
That's easy.
Oh, okay.
That's easy.
All right.
It's Wakanda.
Okay.
That was my first thought. I'll be honest with you. That was my first thought is Wakanda. It seems like a very technologically advanced, well put together. Seems like everyone seems pretty happy. You know, if I'm just living somewhere, I'm with you on that one, Zach.
Nobody got to know where you stayed. Like, the only people that know is the address of the people that's in the city. Like, I mean.
Is Wakanda a city or a country? Wakanda's a country.
It's a country.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. It's a country, man.
They have
Wakandan ambassadors. Come on. Mm-hmm. The Wakandan ambassador to the United Nations, all that stuff. I think it's hard to beat Wakanda.
All right.
But maybe you could try Car. You got one?
Yeah, give me the Harry Potter universe. Send me to Hogwarts.
Wizarding World. Okay.
Interesting.
No.
Which house would you be in, Kari?
They would put me in. I think I'd be in Ravenclaw because I'm kind of a nerd. But
aren't they all nerds? To be honest, let's just be honest. They're all nerds. They're all nerd houses. I say that with affection. I say that with affection, Kari. It's you are a nerd. But I'm just saying.
Straight up evil though. Like it's not. It's a different level of nerdiness. Like it's like evil nerdiness. You feel me? Like,
right.
Like I want to take over the world. Yeah. Like
okay.
So, but I can't rock with Slytherin. I'm not that evil. But like, I'm also not really brave enough to be Gryffindor. So
you're not what enough to be Gryffindor?
I'm not really brave enough.
See, I'm Gryffindor. I did the sorting hat. I'm a Gryffindor all the way.
You took the quiz? I took the
quiz. I'm Gryffindor too. Yep.
Man, if Harry was like, yo, let's go fight Voldemort right now, I'd be like, that's you, bro. You good.
You got it?
You got it. You straight. You Harry Potter.
But you said his name, though. So right out of the gate, that's enough bravery because you said his name. I mean, most people wouldn't even say his name in Hogwarts. So
that's true, but just know I'm staying out of the beef. You feel me? Like,
all right.
I just want to report on Prep Quidditch, okay, for the Daily Talker.
Jenny mess around and get caught.
Got a young seeker that's looking good at Hogwarts Junior Academy. He's a 5-star. He's a 5-star seeker.
Oh, that 3-star bludgeoner just committed.
Oh. I mean, I know we've seen people put hats on, but he's pulling the house out of the hat. That's a whole different thing. The hat's putting him on.
Okay,
it's a different deal right there.
Because of the magic thing. Yeah, I got it.
He's hitting the transfer portal.
Oh, literally.
He's going, and he may transfer to a different world.
Literally in the okay.
All right, what you got, CJ?
Mushroom Kingdom. Let me get some of that. Let me kick it with Mario Peach now. Get to hang out with my homie Yoshi. I love me some Yoshi. Yoshi is my guy, my gal. I can hop on, have Yoshi take me around. We can, fight Koopas and collect all types of gold coins. I'm assuming I'll be able to swim like Mario can swim, and just because Mario can just hold his breath underwater, and who knows what type of treasures I can find if I kick it underwater long enough. I get to eat mushrooms, which is always a good thing. I get to extend my life by collecting enough money and eating the right type of mushrooms gives me more life, gives me more years. I get cool powers, eat some flowers, and I can shoot fire from my hands. Grab a feather, I can get a cape, and I can fly around. Give me Mario World, Mushroom Kingdom.
Not only that, your vertical is going to be ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, the hops is going to be dumb.
Well, plus if you get the feather, you could just fly.
Yeah. Or
it's funny. It's funny because you said that like one of my you guys have all gotten some of my ideas, and so I'm have to modify my idea slightly. My first idea was Wakanda.
All right, because you'd stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, I can't go to Wakanda.
No. Your con's not. No, they just opened it up. Your boy was.
They opened it up. They're good. We're good now, right?
It's been 2.
Can I be like the ambassador?
It's been 2 to be in Wakanda. It's been the dude, the agent from S.H.I.E.L.D.,
right?
And what's my man's name with the metal arm? Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes.
All right.
So
there's
that's
3.
Been it.
So now there's 3.
Okay.
But Peter's trying to be a pioneer.
Why can't I be the ambassador to Wakanda from?
Trying to be the Jackie Robinson of Wakanda.
That's right. Thank you, Kari. Jeez, I'm out here like Larry Doby. I'm trying to open this thing up a little bit. Come on, man. I may face my slings and arrows. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to open this thing up.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. You gonna get the tattoo and everything in your lip?
Of course.
All right.
I got to be part of the. You got to. Once you're in, you're in all the way.
Got you.
So that seemed like a nice place to live. So I'm good on that. But since Zach already said that, and maybe maybe in a place I would be more welcome. Then I was going to say a variant of Mario. I was going to say Chocolate Island, though. I want to live on Chocolate Island, a specific part of Super Mario World, where the island is made of chocolate, and the streams are bubbling over with hot cocoa, and that's seems like and you get all the stuff that you're talking about, but you get to live, in Choco Island. Okay. So then I'm going to take a modification of that. I'm going to live in the part of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory where you can live, where you have all the places is edible. You remember if you remember the movie, you can walk in and everything is edible. And it's a beautiful place to live. It looks nice. There's anything that you need in that chocolate factory, you're good to go. So yeah, as long as you don't drink the fizzy lifting drink that'll kill you. Other than that, you're good to go. So everything tastes great. It's all there. You got Oompa Loompas taking care of you. I don't know what's not to like.
I wonder what Charlie's factory is now. Because Charlie takes over for Willy Wonka. I wonder if the same traps and perils are still in the factory, or if he's lifted some guidelines. The
only question to me that I have also is, from a moral standpoint, can I continue to use Oompa Loompa labor as a, I don't know, are they cool with this arrangement, or have we have we taken the Oompa Loompas and is this like a forced labor situation? Are they in slavery, or are they cool with the whole thing? I don't know. I got to figure all that out. But if not, I'm going to pay the Oompa Loompas like we're going to have like just a regular employment contract, not a enslavement situation. I don't know what's going on there. So maybe I could free the Oompa Loompas on top of everything else.
Oh, they definitely put
hashtag free the Oompa Loompas.
They'll put a chocolate statue of you up.
That's right. and then eat it, which is the way that you're supposed to. Tear that thing down and eat it. That's the way it's going to be. All right, so that's good. Harry Potter for Kari, the Harry Potter universe,
the Wizarding World.
Mushroom Kingdom for have you gone to the Wizarding World? Have you gone down to Universal?
No, they built it like the year after I visited when I was a kid. It was like the worst. I missed it.
That's disappointing. Have you read all the books?
Yeah, of course, and seen all the movies multiple times. Wow. I'm like the Harry Potter trivia champ, bro. Nobody's touching me in this.
Wow. Okay. I had no idea your love was that strong for Harry Potter. It's great. I didn't realize how good it was, and then my wife turned me onto it a few years ago, and I was like, let me check this out. It was great. I loved it. I read it, and I was captivated by it. Although, frankly, the 5th book got a little long, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose.
That's true. When I got into those 900 pages.
Yeah, first 4 though were excellent. We zipping right through those. Kari, thank you. We'll talk to you on Friday. Appreciate the playlist.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys. Play that Kirk Franklin next.
We will.
GP, are you with me?
Stop it. Thank you, Kari.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
All right, we'll come back and continue. I can't wait. I wonder what Kari's got up next. I'm excited to find this out. We'll do that. We'll continue as well. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
It's R&R on sports.
The word is out about R&R on sports, where you've heard interviews from Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more. R&R on sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1. Don't miss us.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Fiveash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Fiveash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Hey everybody, are we ready for some hot fun this summertime? Cause I'm out here in Olive Branch looking at all these new All-Star Chevy trucks. You've got more new Silverados out here than you'll find anywhere, and for a lot less. Some still have 0 interest for 84 months with GM financing or thousands in cash back for summer. If it's a new Chevy you want, Olive Branch is where you want to be. Come drive one of the new Blazers or Suburbans, or just drive both. You can fall in love with more than one. Finance with GM and you could be payment free all summer. And everybody at All-Star Chevy is excited about their pre-owned Chevy collection. It's huge. I'm looking at Tahoes, Malibus, Impalas, Suburbans. They have everything the new ones have, warranties and all, just thousands less. Remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Mount Moriah or Collierville. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. And everyone at All-Star Chevy has one job: to make sure you get the best deal, have more fun, and in record time. So find new roads to Kraft Goodman Road in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Ready to take on that painting project? Ask Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $26.94 June 19th through 30th. With 30% off our exceptional paints and stains, you can give some color love to your bathroom, living room, or every room in your home. Shop in store or order online for curbside pickup. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hertz. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Other half either got you daughter coming up short. Yeah, they need this now, even though you need a count and calculator to divide. The
the time it takes to look inside and realize that real guys go for real. What?
I did not expect this.
Why not? This is from that era.
That's true. I guess the South I didn't think was quite as represented, but good for Card.
Yes.
Love. Big fan.
Big fan. Andre 3000, this song, and Outkast in general.
In general, yes.
Okay.
Big fan of Andre 3000. Big fan of Outkast. Big fan. And that, how can you not be a big fan of that song? I mean, the whole thing.
Song.
It's a great song. I thought one of my favorite. I love the speaker box Love Below, that 2 CD. I still love the way they did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everything worked perfectly, but man, the stuff that worked great, and that I love that their ability to deviate from the norm and just kind of do new stuff and change it up a little bit and mix it up, go their separate ways, do their own thing, come back, do this, come back. You know, I think they're one of the defining groups of the whole generation. I think they are unbelievably talented.
Absolutely. And when you think about the influence that Outkast had, it makes sense from a Kari standpoint for them to be on there in some capacity. You know, Nelly and the Saint Lunatics routinely cited Outkast as their group. Like, okay, we take our cue, we took our lead from what Andre 3000 and Big Boy were doing down in Atlanta. Like they had a major impact and they've shaped the music industry in a major way.
No question.
Those two. Crazy to think that they got booed at the Source 95. Was it 95 they got booed? 95, 96, one of those
I
years.
remember
winning Best New Artist and just got killed, just booed.
But see, there was not the respect for the Southern rap game. The respect for that was not, you know. They've changed a bunch. I'm telling you, man. It's what they've done. Memphis as well. Like the influence of those two cities is it's amazing how in 20 years that they've gone from, you know, no respect within the business, no respect within the industry to like now everything has the influence of that sound. Everything has the influence of Southern rap. Everything. I mean, you can't find somebody that doesn't have some kind of influence with some of the producers or somebody that was part of all that.
Yeah, very much so.
Huge bonus. So now, good news, I suppose. I think from the health world, things are a little bit better for Orange County today. They just released the statement, the stuff from yesterday. It's a good news, bad news situation. The case is down to about 400 or so, 340 in that neighborhood, 345. Bad news is that they tested about half as many people as they have been. So the percent positive has gone from about 15, 16, 17 over the weekend to 13. So we're still dealing with an untenable amount of positive tests, but it's not as untenable yesterday, and it's not as many positives. So I suppose you could be happy about that. We're still over the course of week to week and all that stuff still problematic. Median age is 31 of those that were tested. So are those that were tested positive. For the NBA, I don't know that they're going to take a whole lot of solace in those numbers, but at least they are down a little bit, although that's probably, again, more of a function of not testing as much rather than anything else.
Yeah. No matter what, this show must go on. It's going to happen. I hope that it happens safely. And just know everybody is watching the NBA to see, and by everybody I mean other professional leagues watching the NBA to see what happens so they can best craft their plan. The NFL, college football, and others are trying to see how this is all going to work for the NBA. I hope it works out fine.
I do too. We'll see. There's economic impacts all throughout college. We'll talk more about those tomorrow, but there are 2 or 3 big issues fallout-wise that are going to happen in college, pros too, and they're starting to flare up a little bit here. We got to get out of here. Coming up next, it will be Middays. Greg and Eli will take you from 10 to 1. Johnny Radio after that. Wallow and Stats taking you to 6 o'clock. I hope you keep it right here. Sports 56 throughout the day. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7. Everybody have a great Monday.